What's going on, everyone? Welcome into another Forward Progress Live Watch Along presented by FanDuel. I'm Rob Pizzola. I'll be with you for the duration of Sunday Night Football. Now, this is unusual. For those who watched last year, we were always doing Sunday Night Watch Alongs. This season, it's been Thursdays and Mondays, but big game. Ravens Steelers decides the playoffs. Figured might as well do it. I'm going to be joined by GStack George throughout the show. Ian McMillan, Jeff Fineberg are going to drop by. We'll talk through the game. We'll try to find some live bets. We'll talk through some playoffs. When this is done, we go right back into the regular routine. Take probably about a 5-minute break right after Sunday Night Football. Then it's going to be myself and Clive on the Sunday reset. We'll recap the day, and then we'll look ahead to the playoffs, try to find some early bets. I'm going to be working in the background as this game goes on, so I'll have my eyes on the game. I'll have my eyes on the chat. I'll have my eyes on the Discord. I will try to work throughout to get my numbers ready to go. And make sure I'm up to speed on injuries and all that stuff before we get into that game. Now, quick ask, smash that like button down below if you haven't already. If you're watching on X, that's totally fine. And you don't want to be in on the comments, that's okay. Just shoot us a retweet, shoot us a like, something to help us reach a larger audience, as it's a larger audience out there now. Okay, let's get into it with plays for this game. So first and foremost, I've gotten about a half dozen messages already. What's going on with the Ravens' late steam on this game? I can't tell you the motivations as to why people are betting at post. But there's a large amount of money that's come in on Baltimore, and it's professional money, money that's respected by the books. That's moved off to the Ravens at 4.5 now, pretty much across the board. I will say this. Jay Glazer, who is one of the very few that I actually trust in the space nowadays, he's pretty adamant that he thinks Lamar Jackson is completely healthy for this game. Take that however you want to take that. For me, if you watch a pizza buffet this morning, you saw my number in the game was Ravens minus 3.3. That didn't change off of inactives, but that's built off of a season of data where Lamar Jackson, frankly, hasn't been good and hasn't been healthy. It's enough, in my opinion, for me to stay away from this game altogether. I did not place any other bet in this game. I actually tried to get out of as much of my under as I could at good prices. I'm still stuck on that, so I will be rooting for a low-scoring game. But personally, I mean, the DK Metcalf thing is so big for the Steelers offense. I'm not going to touch side or total at post here. There's just nothing I want to bet into market and oppose this type of steam unless I have a lot of conviction, and I don't. All right, let's start for props. So I do think this is going to be a very run-heavy game for Baltimore. Pittsburgh struggles in run defense. We've seen the Ravens coaching staff allude to this a little bit. Now, I was going to come out here and give Keaton Mitchell overs He was at 17.5 like 5 minutes ago. He got bet up to 21.5, where FanDuel had the best price in market on the under, and now he's settled at 19.5 across the board. Now, I believe Keaton Mitchell will get less work than he typically does. Typically, he's getting like 8 to 9 carries a game, and they got away from rushing Derrick Henry last week. The coaching staff is talking about how that's been a mistake. I don't think you expect the same workload from Keaton Mitchell going forwards, but 19.5 is borderline. The way that I would rather play it now is look at the longest rush for Keaton Mitchell and play over 8.5 at FanDuel. It's actually moving in real time. I can't believe this. I mean, this is what happens when you do, but over 8.5 minus 122, it is the best price in market. I mean, borderline now that it's juiced a little bit more, but Keaton Mitchell is a good change of pace back. He's very dynamic. If you were to look at his game logs, which I don't have up in front of me, you'd probably see that he does very regularly have a big run every single game. And this is a run defense where you can do that again. So half unit, Keaton Mitchell, longest rush over 8.5. That's minus 122 at FanDuel. I would accept 9.5 plus 100 in some other spots. You can always shop around for stuff like that. We'll continue on the Ravens side for a second here. Again, this is just flow, so to speak, where I think this is a heavy rushing game for Baltimore. I'm a little bit more scared than I was earlier playing Lamar Jackson under on passing yards, but I'm still going to go with it here at 207.5 at FanDuel. Again, we're going to go half unit on Lamar. There is a 208.5 out there. Most of the market, though, is well below this. So 207.5 under at FanDuel is perfectly fine. We're going to go a half unit on Lamar unders. Again, I think they lean into the running game. If anything, I think Lamar is more active in the rushing game today than necessarily airing it out downfield. Rashad Bateman is out. It's really just Zay Flowers as a burner downfield. I don't know that you're going to get a lot of deep passing from the Ravens necessarily in this game. On the Steelers side, there's one player that I think is immensely undervalued for today's game on the Steelers side, and that's Calvin Austin at receiver. I want to play him in two different ways in his receiving props, and we're going to go half unit each on his over receiving yards, which is 23.5 here at FanDuel. Pretty solid number. I mean, it's pretty consistent across market. We're going half unit there, and we're going to take some plus money on the receptions, over 2.5 receptions, plus 142. Roman Wilson is inactive today. I'm reading tea leaves when it comes to what the Steelers are going to do in this game. I expect Calvin Austin to be heavily involved in this game. So that's the guy that I'm looking at to target in terms of overs for today's game, receptions and receiving yards. Beat Gamer, I see you in the chat. D-Hop props, ? With no Bateman. If you were on the pizza buffet this morning, I did play DeAndre Hopkins over 1.5 receptions. That was at minus 114. It's steamed out to minus 132 right now. I don't love it as much at that price. I just don't want to come on and tell people to bet something that we bet at a much better price this morning. I don't think there's a lot of room there. I also am not certain on what the split will be between DeAndre Hopkins and Devontae Walker. If we look at past games, to start the year, whenever Bateman was out, it was Hopkins getting the vast majority of the snaps for them. In recent weeks, whenever Bateman's been out, it's been Devontae Walker getting the majority of snaps. I tend to think they will lean on Hopkins more because he's a veteran. This is a big, important game. But, that's where I'm at with DeAndre Hopkins. So that's going to be the main props that we're going to do for the game. For an SGP, I'm going to keep it really simple tonight. And we've lost a little bit of value here because I think Hitman released the Lamar Jackson over, man. I cannot believe what happens right before that. This guy does me so dirty every single time. I want to cheer for a good game. Let's put it that way. Normally when we play these SGPs, I play an alternate spread on one of the sides. I don't really want to do that tonight. I kind of just want an entertaining game. I would rather the Ravens win a close game. I don't want to see the Steelers in the playoffs personally. I don't like watching them. So I don't want to bet Steelers money line in this SGP. I don't want to bet the Ravens to win by margin because I don't know that happens all too much either. So I'm just going a two-legger just for some entertainment. This is a very, very small amount of money. You can bet these individually if you don't want to SGP them. But I'm going to go Calvin Austin, 50-plus receiving yards, and I'm going to SGP that with Lamar Jackson, 50-plus rush yards. If you want a ladder, you can do whatever you want. You can go some derivative of Lamar that's more than that. I do think Lamar is going to be involved in the running game way more than we've seen so far this year. And I do think Calvin Austin is the best breakout candidate on the Steelers for tonight's game. Small one, 11-1, essentially. Your money, you do however you want to do it. I'm just doing that for some recreational value on this particular game. Finally, touchdown scores. I posted all the numbers, my fair values for every single player in this game over in the Discord in the NFL channel. I do that for every single primetime game. If you want to join the Discord, you can. Discord.gg/hammer. If you want to get notifications when I post my fair values, just go into the Rolls channel and you can subscribe for notifications. It's very easy. There are surprisingly more touchdown scores than I would have expected to have value on in this game. Typically, I run this and I get one or two guys that are borderline. I ended up with two guys on each team. And you know what? It was a good day. Raiders got home. Some live bets got there up and down, but after the roller coaster, I'm playing with house money today. That doesn't mean you have to follow me. If I'm just telling you, I think that there's value on each of these players individually. So I'm going to bet them all individually. We will start with Calvin Austin at plus 490 at FanDuel. The best price I think I see out there is plus 510. So we're not far off the market. Plus 490 Calvin Austin. That's going to be $20. If you're $100 better, 0.2 units, $20 on Calvin Austin. Sticking with the Steelers, we will also look to Jonnu Smith at plus 550. FanDuel has the best price on Jonnu Smith. These are all pretty small. Jonnu is they're working him in the red zone right now. They're getting him on the field. They lined him up in the backfield a few weeks ago. They're finding ways to get him the ball in the red zone. And without Darnell Washington, they kind of lose a dynamic matchup one-on-one in the red zone. So I like those two, Calvin Austin, Jonnu Smith. On the Baltimore side, I'm going to go for the Rashad Bateman replacements, which is DeAndre Hopkins and Devontae Walker. Play both of these guys for $10, 0.1 units. Walker is not much of an edge, but like 16-1 FanDuel. I think you got to play that price. Honestly, he could get more than 50% snaps in this game. And DeAndre Hopkins is, again, such a viable red zone target one-on-one. We've already seen Lamar earlier in the year with some chemistry with him in the red zone. So 4 guys, which is very unusual for me. Calvin Austin, Jonnu Smith, Devontae Walker, Nuck, DeAndre Hopkins. That's going to be it for bets from me. Just a quick recap. We got Keaton Mitchell, longest rush over. Listen, the rush yards is probably okay as well. I just prefer to play the longest rush. Lamar Jackson, passing yards under. Calvin Austin, we like him over on receptions and receiving yards. We SGP'd him 50-plus receiving yards with Lamar, 50-plus rush, 4 touchdown scores as well. And let's have ourselves an entertaining game. I do want to bring in GStack George here, see if he's got any thoughts on the game. GStack, let's get you in here, my man. We're going to talk a lot of football from today.
Yes.
Hope you had a good day, but because we're up against it with 5 minutes till game time, the Ravens catching a lot of steam here at post. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm surprised it's gotten as far as it has. I make the line 3.5. I'm like right on market. So nothing was ever there for me, but I am surprised that Baltimore has gotten the money. Clean injury report for Pittsburgh. Rashad Bateman is the only guy out for Baltimore. I don't have a good feel for this game. And the only thing I will say, and I do have a bet for the audience. I like to price stuff that I think is perceived wrong.
Okay.
So the perception is like Derrick Henry's going to run on Pittsburgh a lot, right?
Yep.
And I also think there's times where Baltimore, you can run on them as well.
Yep.
So in the most rushing yards market on FanDuel.
Ooh, I love this. I love where you're going.
Yeah. Jaylen Warren is plus 420 to have the most rushing yards. It doesn't take that, there's game scripts where Pittsburgh's up. There's maybe Pittsburgh says we're going to stack the box and force Lamar to throw and beat us. There's a lot of different scripts that you can get to Jaylen Warren plus 420. Remember, this was the Philly Chicago where the perception is Philly's going to win for sure, and Saquon was being far mispriced. I think there's a nice little angle there for Jaylen Warren.
I don't look at these markets all that often, typically because most odds screens don't have these showing across the board with side-by-side comparisons. I like that look. People were asking me about Henry before. I'm not saying Henry can't go off in this game, right? We know Baltimore wants to run the ball. Henry's a workhorse. He was kind of upset after last week's game that, they didn't use him as much late down the stretch. And he's like, this is what I'm built for, is down the stretch.
Yeah.
But Pittsburgh knows that too, right?
Yes.
And even though it's strength on weakness, Pittsburgh's going to stack the box. They're going to bring Jalen Ramsey down to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say, okay, you want to run? Well, it's man on man. This is like a Tomlin style of defense. And, that doesn't mean it's guaranteed to work. So I think that there are a lot of scenarios where Pittsburgh just says, beat us in any other way. Let's see if you could beat us in any other way. And we'll see if that happens. So,
yeah, I really do think Pittsburgh is going to dare Baltimore to throw. So kind of like that angle. Outside of that, I kind of liked most receiving yards. I was looking at your Calvin Austin angle. He's like plus 1,200 in a game where like Baltimore doesn't have a like. I know Zay Flowers will get a high volume, but they kind of distribute it widely sometimes. That being said, I don't know. I like Pittsburgh might just be doing it by screens and checkdowns and a little bit of Pat Fryermuth might have a couple of catches. So I didn't want. I was thinking I was looking at those markets, but I said, you know what? Let's just stick to the running market.
This one's an interesting one for sure. Marcus Valdes-Scantling is priced as the second favorite in this because of the likelihood of him getting deep targets. I almost played MVS under on receptions in this game. I don't think he's going to figure big into this offense other than he will probably be the guy that gets one or two deep shots. Remember, George, the last time these teams played, I went into the game. I'm like, Pittsburgh, they cannot throw downfield. They just simply cannot. And they come out with like a deep shot to DK Metcalf. They're throwing all over the field all game long. They got to keep Baltimore honest at some point. They have to take a shot and show that they're willing to do that. And MVS is the likely guy there. But ultimately, it still comes down to Pittsburgh wants to attack underneath. And I thought Thielen might be that guy for this team, but I think this is a Calvin Austin game.
Yeah, I could see it being like Jaylen Warren game and Kenneth Gainwell. And I think Tomlin wants to. I was watching the pregame interview and he's talking about, I wish Terrell Suggs was in this game, and he's like getting nostalgic about the matchups. And I'm just thinking, you know what, Tomlin for one game, this is a guy who's like, I'm going to die with my bread and butter. It's either going to lose the way I play, I like to coach football or not. And I kind of think they're going to stick to their tried and true game plan.
One more thing I'll say about the Steelers in this. I know you off the top, you mentioned it was a clean injury report for the Steelers, which it was, but I wonder about the health of a lot of these guys because this is do or die, right? Like if you can suit up today, if you're Brandon Eccles and you're sporting a groin injury, you're TJ Watt with the collapsed lung, basically, like you're coming back.
He even said in warm weather, it's not as big a problem, but he's worried about like the very cold weather. You get a little bit of shortness of breath in general when it's very cold. So with the collapsed lung, I don't know what his stamina is going to be like either.
Yeah. See some interesting comments I want to get to in the chat. And obviously I got the chat in front of me for the entire show. Me and George will be watching the game. We'll be going back and forth with you guys here as we try to prep ourselves for some playoff lines as well. P. Carney says, shout out to the Pizza Buffet chatter who said Cam Ward, first TD 80-1. I did catch that right at the end of the show. He asked me if I liked it at 13-1. I'm like, I'd make it 11-1. So yeah, but when I went to look at the market, it was already bet to 11-1. So I'm like, okay, nothing here. He nailed that one. I don't know who that was, but that guy deserves some major respect because a lot of people in the Discord played that one, George. And you're the biggest Cam Ward fan there is.
That game nearly rattled me, Rob. Tennessee opens with a drive touchdown. Cam looks fantastic. He's running the ball and he gets hurt. And then it's like, I'm going to need Jacksonville to do everything on this over because there's no freaking way Brandon Allen's going to contribute.
Oh, man, that was, ugly one all around. There was a defensive touchdown for the Jags in that game, right?
Yes, that was Brandon Allen's one contribution was he gave us a pick six.
Ricky Puck's doing the inverse correlation. MVS 30 plus receiving yards, but 3 or less receptions at plus 574. I like this look, kind of. If I was going to do it, I would get more aggressive with it, personally. Like I would be targeting at least 50 plus. That's just me. I don't want to, I kind of like those types. So MVS is the perfect guy to play those for. EA Sports 2010. Rob, I was going to crash out if the Chiefs fucking won. I'll tell you this. I didn't see the end of the game because when it got to 12-11 for the Raiders, for the Chiefs, after the most insane special teams that I'm just like, I can't watch the end of this. I can't. If the Chiefs covered that game, it would have been the worst beat of my life. And I can't tell you how much I was clicking the Raiders throughout the game too, man. Oh, man. I don't know if you, George, I don't know if you
Yes.
experienced the same sweat as me on that today, but it
Yes. I put some money on the ugliest game of the week. Rob, I tried everything and I could not get a line that ever got to 3, let alone above it. Could not figure it out.
That was just the thing is after the Giants won today.
It helped. It was
100%. We're like, this is it.
Now Pete can try to win the final game. There's no leashes off. He can retire a winner.
Yeah, that was something else. Game's gonna get started here. George, me and you will sync up at some point to start here. I'm on what I think will be a really fast feed tonight in my
I don't mind being a little behind. I don't have any real money on this game, so I don't mind being a passenger.
Okay. Flag on the opening kickoff is always, it's like
the only thing worse is like the turnover on the opening kickoff.
Yeah.
It's like, really, you're really that unprepared to start today's game?
But it's just like it's a must-win game. You started on your own 15 now. For what? Right?
Yeah.
Like if you don't hold on the kickoff, what's the worst case scenario?
Yeah.
Your player's making it out to the 20, the 25, but you hold and you're starting the 15. It's just like the dumbest penalty.
So we know all the playoff matchups. This is the last one. It's just finding out who's hosting.
Yep. My goodness. We have an enormous Derrick Henry run to start the game.
Yes.
Enormous flag. Well, we'll see what that is. Man, not great. And someone is down on the Steelers defense. I couldn't tell who that was, George, in the middle of field, but it's one of their defensive tackles, I think. It's a big boy down. It might be Cameron Hayward, maybe.
Yeah, he was hauling ass to make the tackle. He wants this game. I mean, if you're trying to track down Henry downfield.
So I'm wondering if somebody chop blocked him or something. Like
He
Zay Flowers.
He tripped off on his own teammate making the tackle, I believe.
Okay.
That's the beauty is I'm your instant replay.
I love this because Zay Flowers got called here for like an illegal block. I don't know where this foul was. Okay, Zay Flowers running downfield. Okay, so he's the guy that blocked one of the Steelers defenders right. It looks like he blocked Pierre right into Cam Hayward's leg.
I feel so unnecessary. This block does not help this play at all.
I can't hear the commentary right now. I'll turn it up a little bit in my office. That is a penalty. As lame as it looks, he's got to get out fully in front of the player. So, I mean, in my opinion, I don't know I'm sure whoever they brought in as the rules analyst is agreeing that it was a good call. I do believe that was a good call. It's got to get out in front. Okay, Terry McCauley said it's not, so I'm wrong. I'm wrong then. I'm wrong.
They got the yardage, right? Because they get the first down. It's just, yeah.
2nd and 7. All right. Going to have a 3rd and 1. Well, we got a confirmed terrible call.
Unnecessary, but still, I'd be pretty mad.
Got it. Okay, Drew, thank you. He's got to be moving parallel or back towards his own line. Okay, so because he's still moving up the field with the team, he can make that. Makes sense. Here we go.
Did you enjoy today?
I honestly
The 6 games in the 1 o'clock, 7 at 4 o'clock, that the wide distribution.
Love it. I will say, so normally my routine is 1 o'clock. I go down to the couch. I'm like watching Red Zone at 1.
Yeah.
Then I come to my office and I watch multiple 4 o'clock games. That was harder to do today. So it was a full Red Zone day for me, except I always had the Raiders game on the TV. And I was live betting a few other spots over the course of the day as well. But it was fantastic. I love week 18, man. I feel like I ran a marathon. Like I can't even, I'm like this. I smell like a horse, man. Like it's disgusting. I
didn't usually, I like to, like, if I'm coming on for a night appearance, I'll like take a nice shower so that I'm, fresh. And I'm like, no, that's when my hair looks a little bit off right now.
Well, there's no time. Like normally I would shower too before Sunday Night Football, but because of the watch along, it changed everything for me.
That's what I want to say. I actually wish it was, I like the 8-5 split or the 7-5 split or my like ideal. Mm-hmm. I want a tad lighter 4 o'clock card because I can do a little bit of work in like the second halves of the games that I don't have money on, or that like the game's kind of gotten out of hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
I found myself in this like window of 40 minutes before coming on here, scrambling to try to do a lot in between.
See, like this is what I don't understand with the Ravens. Okay. So they're going to have a 4th down here. They run Rasheen Ali on 3rd down, right up the middle. Like I don't understand.
What's the point of having a dynamic quarterback if you're not doing creative things with him?
That's another thing as well. So 4th and 3, they're lining up to go here. And we'll see. Steelers send in the house. Lamar's got him. He's got him wide open. Boom. Devontae Walker, anytime touchdown. Let's go.
You got that? Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. That is a way to start. 16-1.
Woo-hoo.
All right.
Let's shut it down. We've made everybody some money. Good night, folks.
Oh man, that was a great start. I didn't know for sure if it was going to be Hopkins or Walker. That wide open. Love that. Lamar looks good, man. I got to tell you. And I'm not sure I would have brought, this is easy to say in hindsight, but they brought the house and they left these guys one-on-one. Oof.
The thing about sending the house is when it works, you look brilliant. And when it doesn't, you look like an idiot. There's like, you've removed the middle ground on that.
Yeah. Discord's going wild as well, which is good. All right. The beat gamers, like Devontae Walker has like 7 catches and 5 touchdowns in his career. Listen, the snap counts have been so weird. They're not consistent for the Ravens. And early in the year, it was Bateman was out for a few games. It was DeAndre Hopkins getting all the snaps. Later in the year, whenever Bateman's been out, it's been Walker. But I didn't know because it's a big game. I figured they would lean on Hopkins a little bit more.
Yeah.
But there we go. That makes up for the 0-4 TDs on Pizza Buffet. So we got one there. I don't want this year to end, George. I don't.
I get, okay, I have like all kinds of conflicting thoughts. First of all, it's been a great season.
Yep.
You never want it to, especially when you're like on it, you never want it to run out. There is a moment though, like a week or two after the season's done, where like you get your Sunday back and you forget what it's like to have an extra day to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, wow. You can do stuff on Sunday. It lightens all the other days up. And that lasts for all of like 3 weeks, Rob. And then I'm like, oh, I want some football back.
Yeah. My wife this morning said to me, so my wife on Sundays, she goes and spends it with some of our other friends and the kids, and they play like some board games and stuff. They do some activities. And she's like, "Are you, like, when football's over, are you gonna join us for Sunday Fun Day?" And I'm like, yeah, I will. But I was thinking in my head, like, this is gonna be like a huge downgrade, right? I don't have anything else to do, but going from these the rush of an NFL Sunday, to that's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
You know what the real, like, it's the validation every Sunday of, like, I worked hard for this process. There was times where the market disagreed with me, and then you feel validated when you have a good week.
For sure. Someone in the Discord did post a ticket that they played at FanDuel at 75-1 on Devontae Walker first touchdown. So there you go. Someone did come through with that. Jobo, Rob has friends, no minus 500 X minus 3 units. I have lots of friends, believe it or not. I just don't share my personal life all that often. George shared his personal life this week, and the people have heard. George, is it true you set your thermostat to 77 degrees?
All right. Yes, it's 77 right now. I don't know why. This is why do people insist on, like, not feeling the warmth of a heater in the winter? And then if it gets too hot, Rob, I don't turn it down. You know what I do? I crack a window. I like balancing the extremes. I'm the kind of guy in my car, full blast, full fan, all in my face, and then I crack the window open. And then people get in my car, and, like, the instant reaction is like, what the fuck is going on? And they have to open the window too.
This is insane stuff, man. It really is. It is. It's almost like sociopath type of behavior, I would call it. It's nuts, man. It's nuts.
Rob,
it's so hot.
Once upon a time, brother, I had to open the stove and to heat my house in the winter, all right? So I will never take for granted when I can crank my heater to 77. I'll be damned with whatever my utility bills cost.
Yeah. Well, see, the chat is realizing that George is an insane person, which he most definitely is. We got a defensive face mask to start the game here very quickly as well.
Oh, man. I was thinking about giving the under as my single hammer on the Tuesday Best Bet show.
Yep.
And I'm very glad I pivoted.
I'm going to lose some money on the under here tonight.
I just, you know what? These two teams are too weird. Like, Pittsburgh plays such a weird turnover on, like, a kickoff short field. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, this could just be a run game, but there's always a little bit craziness in these games.
Yep, I'm with you. Every now and then you get a little fuckery, for sure. For sure.
What are you doing if you're visiting in a hot country, Rob? If you can't handle 77 in the house, I don't even want to know what you're going to be doing in, like, the Greek or Italy summers, 40 plus degrees.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind it when like I can handle the heat. I just choose not to have to handle the heat. Like, I golf on the hottest. I went golfing with Jeff Fineberg on probably the hottest day of the year this year. I mean, he was like, I think Jacob was with us. We went with Plus EV Analytics. It was hot, man. Like, with Humidex, it was probably about 45 Celsius. I don't have any problem with that. I'm okay with it, but it's not my preference. Like, I can tolerate if I have to. I just choose not to tolerate it.
All right. Maybe I reveal a little bit more about myself.
Oh, no.
I'm dressed right now, right? But sometimes when I'm alone in my house, I'm in boxers and I'm in a t-shirt. Sometimes the t-shirt's optional, depending on how I feel.
Yep.
So, it's not like I'm wearing full clothes and, like, getting all toasted up in my house.
Deep shot to Calvin Austin, but incomplete. Good to know that he was the one targeted downfield, but looks like the Steelers are going to punt. Breaking news. Raheem Morris. See you later. He go. Good move by the Falcons. I thought that maybe him tying for the division today would have been enough to keep him. But we're going to talk when Ian McMillan comes on. He's a big Falcons fan.
Yes. Oh, let's save it for him because I think they should give Zach Robinson a shot at the job. At least interview him seriously.
Yeah. I feel like the Falcons are a coach and a quarterback away. I know it's a lot.
No, they're very good, Rob. I found myself betting Falcons to end the season a bunch.
Yeah. I love this from Jay Rogaine, which is eager for Falcons head coach who going to a division rival.
Oh, no, stop that. Eager's coming to South Beach to GM the Dolphins, all right?
What cornerback got hurt there? It looked like it was Wiggins that was down on the field, but I think he got off and he was fine. So coach and a quarterback and a second receiver because Darnell Mooney is absolute cheeks. I don't know who watched that game today. This guy there's two guys that drive me crazy with like their spatial awareness in the NFL who they never seem to be able to get their feet in bounds. Mooney and Xavier Worthy. I don't know what it is with these guys. Yeah. They have no idea where the sideline is. Like you're playing professional football. There was one pass today that Cousins made. Mooney could have anyways, that was a loss for me today. I'm still a little bit jaded from
I mean, on the return, the guy's got to get in there and like inside the 20, you got to turn that into a touchdown. And I also that was one of my losses today. I also was very sour by that.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Andy V says, is there anything worse than live betting the Browns team total unders after the first 2 to 3 Shedeur possessions only to get that run out and lose the unders on that game-winning field goal? Okay, so I got to tell you, I was also very tilted with that game. Bengals better. Bet some under today. I thought the under was toast in the early going because the Browns until like the final drive of the game. I don't know what the Browns did, but they basically did nothing until they drove for a game-winning field goal. I can't even believe the final score when I look at it. I can't believe what happened in that game. What a joke that was.
Between the defensive touchdowns and the kicker missing everything, there's just every part of that game was ugly. And I think I can't remember. I think it was Zach Taylor who just said it's kind of fitting for what our year has been. And I'm like, yeah, kind of fitting for what your tenure has been outside of that Super Bowl run. Just like the Bengals are the team that always underperforms week to week, but year by year. And not that I think they're overrated every year, but they still underperform that amazingly.
Agreed. Patrick Burns said only if you had Cincinnati and Circa Survivor. Yeah, one of the contestants had Cincinnati. I believe Takes by Jay also had the Bengals in an offshore Survivor pool, which
I have not seen him post since.
I have not seen him post this afternoon. So we should check in with him, at least the very least, to make sure he's good for Hammer Daily tomorrow. One of those. Hey Jay, you doing okay? Tough loss there. Yeah, I'm good. Great. See you for Hammer Daily tomorrow. Poor guy, man.
Yeah. And if I know Jason, he's not taking it well.
No. It's really weird for him, to not say anything for those who know him.
He told me that like he's felt in some Survivor he's been playing with house money, not this one, but do you remember the Denver comeback against the Giants?
Yes, I do.
He left the house pissed, went to a concert, had no idea, gets home, checks his phone, realizes he's advanced. He lost the big Circa entry.
I got to tell you, I don't think people will ever learn that football games are not over until like they're over. I don't get it. I had so many people messaging me today. Friends of mine that we played the same parlay this week, which is Seahawks money line and Rams spread. And they were just oh, Rams are done. This team is a bunch of losers, whatever. The whole, like, guys, he's the Cardinals defense. Like, it take the Rams like 5 minutes to score 3 touchdowns on these guys if they figure it out. Like, I don't understand. I guess I do understand it. We're betting on it. We have money riding on our opinions, and it can be painful, but it's this is a crazy league. You got to wait till the games are done. Damn, I thought Mitchell was going to get a carry there. That's a little bit of a dangerous throw by Lamar here over the middle.
It's cold when you can see the breath coming off the players.
Mm-hmm. That was a tight window to throw into. Wiggins' return is questionable for Baltimore as of right now.
Thank you for that note.
Ooh, Falcons fired their GM too.
So I have a Falcons buddy who thought Fontenot was gone for sure.
Yep.
But he got thrown by like the Raheem Morris's leaning safe from Schefter this morning.
Yeah.
Which turns out was just straight garbage.
Oh my God. Keaton Mitchell, just catch the ball, my man. Well, actually, it doesn't matter to me on that one in particular. I just hate the Steelers so much. I can't help but root for the Ravens, honestly.
I mean, the Ravens make the playoffs infinitely more exciting. God, I want, like, there's at least I can, in my head, I can rationalize that maybe there's a ceiling for Baltimore.
Yep.
No one believes the Steelers have any ceiling.
Right. Roughing the passer. Oh, that's okay. So it's roughing, but like he got tripped into Lamar. Ooh, it's not a good night for the refs so far, in my opinion. Yaya Black. I think he got tripped.
Oh, he 100% got tripped.
Right?
Oh, he did launch forward though.
Oh, he
didn't try to brace himself.
I think you call both is what you're supposed to do in that situation. You have to call a trip. You have to call a roughing. By definition, it's roughing. Crazy though to start the game. Big Mac Phil. Rams lost to Atlanta and barely beat Arizona. They're basically saying they're pretenders. I'll talk about this more on Sunday Reset tonight, but I don't necessarily agree. I don't.
Although I will say this, they're not they don't feel like the well-oiled machine that they did heading into that Seattle game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's the real thing is there's a world in which they just get healthy right at the right time. It's Kevin Dotson, it's Devontae Adams, it's Quentin Lake returning, it's maybe Rob Havenstein returns. It kind of feels like they get 1 week with an easy opponent before they can coalesce everybody into the divisional matchup.
I'm definitely more concerned about their defense than their offense. They've lost a couple corners that would play slot. And
they're also doing weird stuff like Darius Williams inactive. I think the injuries have kind of thrown off who their ideal guys are. I think Quentin Lake's very underrated and important for them.
Yeah. Looks like that was Nate. It was Nick Herbig and Alex Highsmith getting home there. So going to be a punt here for the Ravens. Okay. First and foremost, Dotson being out has been a big deal for them, without a doubt. There's just more interior pressure. Devontae Adams not being on the field, also massive deal. I watched tons of Rams Cardinals today. I got to tell you, and I'm going to say this about a lot of the teams that were already in the playoffs today. The Rams ran about as vanilla an offense as I've seen them run in a long time. There was not a lot of motion. There was no trickery. There's nothing that they're putting on tape. I know McVay said he wanted to use this as a week to get like everyone back in rhythm. The amount of preparation the Rams put into this Cardinals game today was probably close to a 0. I just from a pure roster perspective, you're not going to be able to convince me that there are many teams that are in the same league as the Rams.
Yeah. All right. There's one team that I think is I think I'm the highest on them, and I think we need it. Everybody needs to start putting them in the conversation.
Are you going to say the Eagles?
No. It's the Patriots.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
And I get the schedule and all the caveats and everything, and I'm like, my pushback's like 11, 5-1 against the spread closing line, so they've outperformed market. They're covering by over 9 points a game. Like they are performing. They're putting teams away. They're killing the teams they have to kill.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can just get healthy in time, Will Campbell's back.
Milton Williams.
If they can get Tonga back and then, Spillane back, and every team in the AFC has their warts.
I like the Pats. I agree that ever since Milton Williams has been out, the run defense has cratered. I like the Pats. I've been probably, the challenge is they've played 3 games all year, right? They had the 2 Bills games, basically 2 coin flips. They had the Ravens game, which, Lamar gets hurt in that game as well. It's really tough to figure out what they are, but I can get behind that look. Rona KD14 says, Rob, has your stance on Bo Nix being shit changed? How do you think he does in the playoffs? Bo Nix is a below average quarterback. I think the Broncos very easily are the best team in the AFC if they had better quarterback play. I thought Bo Nix was terrible today. In a game against a Chargers defense, playing mostly backups and playing like just their standard shell coverages, couldn't do anything for the most part. I don't like Bo Nix. What do you we see the games, where he has great games and everyone gets all excited. It's like, I told you Bo Nix can do. Every quarterback is capable of having that game in the league. He just has too many of the shit ones is the problem.
Presuming Baltimore advances, how many times does the 1 seed have the worst quarterback in the conference in the playoffs? It feels like a rarity.
Yeah. Yeah, it's extremely rare, I would say.
It's kind of crazy that they're the 1 seed and Bo Nix is the worst quarterback out of everyone that's gonna if Baltimore makes it.
Yeah, I think you can debate. Listen, some people might debate Stroud because Stroud has really fallen off. I think a lot of
Stroud with that O-line.
Yeah.
And 100%. Game, Denver's the best. Denver's the favorite, the best team.
I agree with you. I would upgrade.
And listen, I'm not a Stroud. I'm down on Stroud now. I'm no longer under the illusion that he's a top 8 to 10 quarterback. I think more 12 to 15 range is probably more realistic. It just, we haven't seen him behind an O-line in a couple of years, and I'm just thinking, imagine behind the Denver O-line.
I know. It's true.
With Sean Payton too. That's the other thing. I think he's been hampered by some coaching in Houston as well.
Yep. The Steelers have 3 completions. They're all to running backs for 3 yards so far. And Wiggins is back in the game for Baltimore as well. And there's another dump off to the running back who gets there for the first down. Kenny Gainwell. 4 completions, 4 to running backs. This offense is so funny, man.
Yeah.
This offense is so funny. Tommy Boy, thoughts on my Super Bowl? Texans, Seahawks, 2 best defenses in the league. Could happen. Listen, I definitely have been less than impressed with the Texans over the past, I want to say 3 or 4 weeks. Also, their defense has been uncharacteristically giving up stuff. Kamari Lassiter is going to be really important for them next week because Riley Leonard today, George, and that guy was.
You said it best. Why on earth did they sign Rivers when Leonard actually looked like he had some life in him?
Steichen must really not like Leonard to bring Rivers out of retirement off the couch at 44 years old. Leonard looked more than fine. He made some bad throws for sure, but he hit some downfield shots.
Yeah.
All right.
Rob, if Pittsburgh were to cover a field goal, that Tuesday Best Bet show went out with a bang.
Yeah. Yep.
You
Sure
know what?
8-0, right?
8-0 pending tonight.
Yep. All it took was me getting the flu, George.
You know what? I think we said we're going to go out on a bang. That no matter what happens in the playoffs, we can now claim a winning season. We could go over.
Yep. Wow, this is big, George, because great tackle by Simpson on the outside on Gainwell here. It looks like Tomlin's leaving the offense on the field for a tush push. They snapped it. This is a long one, man. I don't think he got it. I think he's short. That was like almost 1.5 yards. And they directly snapped it to look like Connor Hayward. I think the Ravens stopped them here.
He's certainly short.
The overhead view makes it look a lot closer, but I still think he's
if they mark it short, it's like impossible to.
I gotta tell you, I'm a fan of the tush push and using it in the right situations.
If your quarterback is sitting behind, is he even on the field though, Rodgers? I didn't notice.
I don't think Roger. I don't know if he was on the field or not, but that was more than 1 yard to pick up. I don't love that play for more than 1 yard on 4th down on your own side of the field. That's what I don't love about that one.
Yeah.
Tomlin will now punt for the next 20 4th and 1s after that one. Why not do another 3-yard dump off on 4th and 2? They tried to do the 3-yard dump off on 3rd and 3. They only got 2 though, or 1.5. Holy jeez,
man. I'm doing work while we're watching. I don't know if you've had some chances to.
No, I actually have to get going on a lot of the stuff too. Unfortunately, I'm not there yet, but we'll get there.
I'm very much looking forward to you and Clive talking through the games. Is there anything of the teams eliminated? Was there any thoughts that you had?
Yeah. I mean, down the stretch this year, number one was Falcons are, again, good, in my opinion. I like the roster construction for Atlanta overall. And damn, that was a Keaton Mitchell. Sorry, I got distracted there because I wanted to see. I think that was
their D-line has been a revelation.
Yeah.
They nailed it. I remember how weak it was, and then they drafted the 2 first-round pass rushers. They bring in Leonard Floyd. They just said, let's just blast this thing and figure it out. And to their credit, they figured it out.
Yep, totally agree. I think that's going to be a good one for them next year. Yeah, aside from that, not too many thoughts. I guess the Detroit game was interesting to me. That I guess I shouldn't be surprised that the Bears defense could get carved, even though the Lions only scored like 19 points in the game, whatever ended up being there. But man, that Bears defense.
I was worried about the Bears. Nothing to do with this game. The other teams who shut it down and chose not to start a roster, it's one thing.
Yeah.
Them trying to win and lose is so demoralizing. I know they end up still with the 2 seed, but what a demoralizing way to limp into the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm with you. I see a lot of requests for individual games. I'm not going to go through every single game. Do that in a few hours on the Sunday reset. I still got numbers to run in the background here. There's a process for me that I typically go through on Sunday Night Football. So I just don't want to give thoughts just yet. I also haven't gone through injuries, which I'm going to have to do during the show. But we did have breaking news in the NFL. Falcons clearing house. I mean, the timing, you can't, right? You can't. It's almost like this is scripted, George. just like the NFL is.
Yes.
Ian McMillan joins us. Ian, how are things?
See you later, Raheem. Yeah, out of here.
Raheem sucked, man. He sucked so bad.
I was not feeling so good earlier today because I thought he saved his job with that win today.
You know what?
Getting hot at the end of the season. So I was pretty worried we weren't going to see that. So that was some great news. That lifted my spirits a little bit.
Yeah, I thought similar. Well, I didn't think that necessarily he saved his job, but I was like, okay, maybe there's an argument here now. They tied for the division. They lost on a tiebreaker. Maybe that's enough. But I was talking off the top of the show, Ian. Lots of teams can say the same, but the Falcons are, in my opinion, are firmly in the category of being a coach and a quarterback away.
Yeah, you say that, but unfortunately, I've said that about the Falcons every season for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
They're always one player away.
Yeah.
So I'm cautious to fall for that trap. They fired their GM too. I don't know if you saw that, but
saw that as well. So, yeah.
I wanted to ask you, you said cleaning house. Do you want to see Zach Robinson get a consideration? Because I, as a Dolphins fan, thinking of McDaniel leaving, he's one of the ones that there's not many great offensive assistants. He's one of the ones that intrigues me.
Maybe. I don't know, because I don't even know. I haven't really looked into this yet, but I don't even really know what other candidates are for a head coaching job right now. So maybe give him a chance, but also the pistol offense has to go. So I don't know if that was a Zach Robinson thing. I don't know if that was a Penix can't play under center, but the pistol offense was terrible. It looked so much better once Kirk Cousins, and I don't think because of Kirk Cousins. I think it was he could play under center, which makes a huge difference. So I need to find out why we were doing pistol every single play for the first half of the season before I come to a conclusion about Zach Robinson.
Michael Penix.
Are you guys high? Are you guys out on Penix?
No, it's just that you have to run a curated offense for him. I think that.
Well, that's the thing. Why can't he be under center? Has that ever been confirmed? Is it just because he wasn't under center in college? So it's not that hard.
I don't know. Right
He's
now,
a world-class athlete. You think he should be able to take a snap under center and drop back?
My first ever experience with Penix was actually watching whatever bowl game it was in the final season that he was in college. And his fucking arm was for a college level, I'm like, this guy is zipping it in there. And at the pro level, so far, he hasn't done it for me. He really hasn't done it for me.
Listen, he has not been accurate, but he's showing some signs. He has poise in the pocket. At times, some athleticism at times. He has a strong arm for sure, but he hasn't been accurate.
Yeah.
Now, the good thing about accuracy, in my opinion, is it can be fixed and worked on. The bad thing is he won't have an offseason because his knee blew up.
I know.
Having an offseason of development would have been huge, and now he has no knee. So next time we'll take a snap will be start of next season.
It's a good situation, but it's a little it's a little bit. There's moving pieces. You have to figure out the Cousins problem too. Then you have to figure out the Penix or who's our QB problem. It's not an easy walk in and fix, although there's a lot of talent. I have a theory on why Fontenot got fired. Is
it the Penix Cousins thing?
Arthur Blank is watching New England just dominate, and he's thinking to himself, this idiot Fontenot told me that we should hire Raheem Morris instead of Mike Vrabel, and he was probably fucking stewing.
Yeah,
that could be it. I was a little surprised he got fired as well, though, because he had a pretty good draft this past draft. The Falcons rookie class is great.
Yeah, they did. But 2 first-round picks will do. It's you're gonna probably hit at least one, and but they address the right positions. The defensive front 7, I like that for them. I love this comment, by the way, which is imagine what Artie Smith could do with Penix, Pitts, and all those weapons. I'd give him a look. Who's the Jesse Minter's going to get a lot of looks, right? Around the league.
Yeah.
Clint Kubiak's going to get a lot of looks. I think he will.
Oh, he probably will. I don't want Clint Kubiak.
I think his stars faded a little bit towards the end, but I still think with the limited, I think Stefanski will probably be the biggest name once he gets fired.
Yeah, Stefanski will. Flores will probably be a big name this offseason.
Did you see the tweet that Tom Brady might look to get Flores with Dable and recreate New England in Vegas? And my cousin's a Vegas fan.
Yeah.
And I texted him like, this is the home run offseason, right? Mike, Flores, your head coach, Dable, your offensive coordinator, and the first overall pick. That is a very good offseason.
Hear me out on Kubiak for Atlanta.
Okay.
Kubiak loves to run the ball and use it to set up play action shots. I think he has like the perfect personnel to do that. I don't know. I'm not interviewing these guys, right? That like he's a good offensive coordinator. I gravitate towards offensive coordinators as coaches rather than
I
DCs,
agree with that.
because the DCs, they tend to be like way too conservative. I find.
And I have one request. I just want a new head coach. I don't want someone who's been a head coach somewhere else. We've done this before. It's just not going to work. I don't want another Raheem Morris. Give me like okay. So I could be convinced on Kubiak, I guess. Give me a, because he hasn't been a head coach before, right? No. So give me a good offensive coordinator who's never been a head coach before, somewhat young. Don't get me freaking Mike McCarthy, please.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want anyone like him. No.
There's a lot of uninspired like Matt Nagy's and Mike McCarthy's.
No, none of those guys. None of those.
I'd be like, if that was my team shortlist, I'd be furious. I'd be like, there's nothing exciting about that.
Yeah, I'm with you. That would be nasty. Did they announce what the schedule will look like for next week yet? Or are they waiting till this is done? Because I think Pittsburgh's a bigger market team than Baltimore, so that might change a little bit of where they're scheduled.
I think they just like the idea of everyone waiting to tune in right after the primetime game to get it. I think it's appointment tuning now.
Because Houston, Pittsburgh, I mean, Houston seems to always get like the early Saturday game, right? But they wouldn't do that with the Steelers. They might with the Ravens. Trying to think through the schedule. Yeah, Brink said Houston owns the early dead time spot on Saturday. They do until it's the Steelers, though. And then I don't think that it's...
I mean, what? Buffalo, Jacksonville's the 1 o'clock on Sunday.
So, on Sunday.
Screams 1 o'clock on Sunday. Yep.
Chargers, New England, maybe that's the Saturday night game.
San Fran, Phillies, maybe Fox, 4:30 type of Sunday.
Or it could be the Sunday nighter. Green Bay, Chicago. I think those are the two. That's
Agreed.
the 4 o'clock and the Sunday nighter. Rams, Carolina, I guess, is the Monday nighter, although it's...
You know what? I'll say this. I think if the Steelers win today, maybe even if they don't, that this will be the Monday nighter. And they'll stick Carolina Rams at Saturday 4:30.
I wouldn't mind San Fran, Philly in the Monday nighter or the Sunday nighter. I just think that game's going to be a banger.
I'm very much looking forward to these playoffs, man. I
am too. I'm looking at the matchups and everything, even the Green Bay Chicago rematch. I want it. That.
Oh fuck! Those coaches hate each other too.
Mm-hmm.
LaFleur, when Ben Johnson signed, and he said he wants to kick LaFleur's ass a couple times a year, or whatever the hell the quote was. Man, that was... Can't wait.
Not to dwell on Atlanta, but last question for you guys. Who do you guys actually think is the best team in the NFC South? Like, obviously the Panthers won it, but if this was college football style, we're voting on the NFC South winner, who's your vote?
Oh, they're my highest.
Who are you putting in the playoff?
They're my highest rated team.
Atlanta is the best team in the... currently constructed, the Falcons are the best team.
Just had to not lose to the Jets. That's all we had to do.
Yeah. Carolina actually might be the worst team in the division.
I think I have them in New Orleans close with the no Olave.
Yeah, like forget about, I guess, Olave being out with illness or whatever. If he's there, I think them and the Panthers are at least pretty equal.
Damn.
Wow, what a division, man.
Damn.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, that's the only week. It is a weak matchup, but fucking Carolina beat the Rams at home.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, I bet the Rams in that game. It was pouring rain. Stafford threw a pick 6. He threw another red zone pick. Bryce Young, they had like 2 4th downs, 4th and shorts, where he had like huge plays. It was crazy, that game. All right. Looks like the Steelers are continuing The Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, 8 of 10, 7 completions to running backs.
Steelers football, baby.
Steelers football. Like I almost want to bet some live overs on running backs, but this it's ridiculous at this point. The target share has to change. At some point, the Ravens got to take the running backs out of the game.
Or if it's a continuous trailing game script, the Ravens might just give them a lot of the underneath shit.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I'm looking deep now. Oh, Rodgers overthrew a wide open receiver, man. I think that was Jonnu Smith. Couldn't tell for sure. That was a classic. That was just you just missed him. Sorry, Ian. I got the world's fastest feed going here, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm about 10, 15 seconds behind you.
I got the feed for bed. I basically told went to every provider and said, I need instant, as close to instant as possible. None of these cable box bullshit that they're handing out to Ignite and Five and whatever, where everything's just so delayed. Makes me sick.
We'll talk off air. I got to get your provider because I'm moving to a house here in a couple months. So I got to set up some
Beautiful
internet.
Beautiful. Okay. Scotty Miller with the reception there. Man, this receiving core is horrendous. Think about your receiving core in a playoff, like a game for the playoffs that is Calvin Austin, Adam Thielen, Marcus Valdes-Scantling, Scotty Miller, and Ben Skoranek.
That's unreal.
That's unreal, man.
Listen, if they get a touchdown in this drive, we've got a game.
Man, I don't even want to spoil this play for you because I just found this one to be so hilarious.
So hilariously bad. There's
was
no such thing as hilariously good.
I was thinking in my head as soon as this play was happening, I'm like, run, take off. And then I'm like, oh no, you're so slow.
Oh my God.
Tavius Robinson, who's got like 100 pounds on him, ran him down. Holy jeez, man.
Is this going to be Aaron Rodgers' last game? I feel like no one's kind of brought that up.
Could be. This is Boswell at home in Pittsburgh. This is virtual guarantee. 99% from 57 yards. Man. So good, boss. I think it was last week. He missed like 2 kicks or something. I think one doinked. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, he had some abnormally weird misses.
Mm-hmm. Some might say it was part of the script. Some people might say that it was part of the script.
Yep.
They didn't bet it beforehand, but after the game, it was part of the script.
Well, yeah, they use the magnets in the ball to push them in or out of the outright.
Yeah. You just put a magnet on the upright. You put a magnet in the ball. That's how you get the doink.
Easy
game. Why do you think they bring in a kicking ball, George, from the sideline?
Exactly.
New kicking ball this year. Why do you think that's there?
Yeah.
Why do you think if it gets into the stands, they go nuts to try to get it back?
That's right.
They don't want anybody dissecting that football.
Yep.
You ever seen them chase down somebody and then give them a replacement ball? They don't want those K balls out there.
Hey, man. Why do you think that the NFL's filed as an entertainment company like the WWE, right?
Fact or fiction? Fact.
It is a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact. If you did another 30 seconds of research, you'd realize that there's some tax benefits to doing it that way and other things. But sure, we could just say that they're filed that way because they have a script. Vince Russo behind the scenes writing the script for the NFL.
Yeah. The thousands and thousands of NFL players and employees are all in on it.
Okay. Irish Shock says, I tailed Rob on the no doink at the Super Bowl at -700. Never forget.
Classic.
It was
Wasn't
not
that first field goal too?
It was the Eagles Chiefs first Super Bowl. It was the first field goal of the game.
Yep.
It was also not -700. It was like I want to say like 450. Just want to put some context in there. It was also a great bet. Like that is an absurd number. Like think about the probability of a field goal, not any kick. It was a field goal in the game. Okay? There's going to be games where a field goal is not even attempted. There might be one or two. I had to hit an upright.
So it wasn't even extra point. Extra point, doink.
Extra point doesn't count. Field goal.
Field goal only.
Field goal to hit an upright. Are you joking me? The GRP. Are you fucking kidding me? Like that, I can't believe that, man. I was actually watching it with, I think Moretto was at my place. Who was there? Zach, Jason, maybe Jacob. I think most of the team was there at that time. Minus 450 is 81.8%. Come on. You're telling me there's an 18.2% chance a field goal is going to hit an upright in a game? Get out of here. Get out of my life. What a joke that was.
You haven't gotten that bet at similar odds in previous.
Yeah, have you ever bet that market? Was that a thing before, or it just happened to be that year, first time you saw it?
I think it was just a super. I like. Do you guys see that prop ever?
No, it's definitely a Super Bowl thing. I just
wondering
Super
Bowl only. Yeah,
if you've ever seen it before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I have not.
Like a different Super Bowl. Did you? Was that available or just first time?
That was the first time I had ever saw it. They turned on the magnets. I guess so. God, I didn't know that the magnets were being used. No, at that point, the magnets weren't used. There was no kicking ball yet at that point. No,
they used to turn on the stadium's fans. They were still doing an old school.
The giant fans. Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. Magnets. Gonna roll with that one for a long time. It's a good one. The magnets are a good angle. Big fan of that one. Who's down here on the field?
That's interesting. So the Raiders win today. Didn't cost them the first overall pick.
No,
but it cost them the first pick in the second round.
Oh, I didn't know that. When I was absolutely jamming the Raiders after the Giants won today, I did not aware that. I thought that there was no repercussions.
You got lucky that Pete Carroll didn't know that either.
I mean, even if they were trying to lose, George, did you watch the Chiefs' offense today?
Oh, believe me, I bet it. I very much enjoyed
the Chiefs
that
had
game.
2.7 yards per play today, man. 2.7. I actually thought we were screwed when Oladikin got hurt in that game.
It could have gone wrong. There was that safety and like fumble kickoff to kick a field goal created a weird score that put us in danger. Look at this comment. Jeff Benson controls the magnets.
I love that.
Big Daniel Falale,
yeah. He's down there, so we're gonna see.
He is not beloved amongst the fan base.
Yeah.
They do not like him.
Very low effort. Yeah. Oh, there was him. There was a few that were going around that I used to just watch the clips on Twitter. I think Anthony Bradford was another one. I just watched the clips.
Bradford's the JaVale McGee of offensive linemen.
Yeah.
He's
blocking nobody, running downfield. There's like 3 guys to block. He just chooses nobody. Those were the best, man. The design screen plays where Bradford would pull out for a block and just choose to not touch anyone.
I just typed his name in because I want to know what the injury is. And 2 comments from Twitter. Chris Collinsworth just called Daniel Falale a key part of the Ravens offense. Get this dude off my screen. Other guy goes, did Chris Collinsworth just say Daniel Falale is crucial to the Ravens' success?
Oh, man, that's good. Oh, God. Steelers defense is starting to settle in this game right now.
Yeah,
Steelers defense starting to. It does feel like what's the live total in this game? I got off a bunch of the under because I'm an idiot. What an idiot, Jay Glazer. Live total's 39.5. What's the ADOT for Aaron Rodgers right now?
That's not even that far off of the
pregame.
pre-flop.
Yeah.
And the game's slowed down significantly. Plus, listen, Daniel Faleele's out, and that is definitely going to hurt the Ravens.
We're going to have a strip sack at some point in this game, though. Both these teams have been coming incredibly close. Aaron Rodgers, average depth of target, 5.6. I guess he did throw that one downfield to Calvin Austin.
And another one a little bit later where he missed the guy by 5 feet over his head.
Oh, true. He did have a couple. Jonnu Smith.
Yeah.
Without those, I think his average depth of target would be a 0. Like actually 0. Maybe negative. Which is insane. God, I love football, man.
Do you guys have any rooting interest for the MVP race? Any action on?
I have coach of the year. I have coach of the year interest, which I think maybe the MVP could sway it a little.
I don't have MVP stuff. I have some big time rooting interests in some other stuff, but yeah, not MVP. I got to tell you, Ian, I'll be very happy when these awards are settled. I know you brought it up. I'll let you have the floor if you want to talk about it. No problem at all. But my God, this is like an epidemic now of people making every single play is like, well, that's why he should be that. That's why he should, the amount of times I had to hear about Bijan Robinson today for offensive player of the year. I'm like, Bijan Robinson's not going to win offensive player of the year. I'm like, what are we doing here? Could go off for 250 yards. Not going to win. Why are everyone's just making the fringe case for every single person? It's like, I love Bijan Robinson. Don't get me wrong, but he's not going to the playoffs. The season is just going to be dismissed at the end of the day. Anyway, sorry for.
I wanted to review some of GRP's futures. That's what I was bringing that up for. No, I'm just kidding. I would make James Pierce Jr. I'm a little bit surprised he doesn't have better odds for defensive rookie of the year though.
Back-to-back sacks today.
Double-digit sacks.
Schwestinger hasn't been a thing for a month. I think Pierce should be the winner.
One of the
is that out of pocket or
it's in pocket, and I've got a ticket in pocket, but it's definitely in pocket.
I don't know if it was the Bengals Browns game today or if it was a different game, but someone brought up Carson Schwestinger on one of those games today and said the announcer said we're talking about the defensive rookie of the year, like basically insinuated it's a stone cold lock. That's the one where he's going to win. But if anyone really watched like the last 6 weeks of the season, he did not play well down the stretch at all.
Pierce had a sack in 8 of his last 9 games. He had 10 sacks in the last 9 games. If this isn't and all awards are swayed by like recency bias, because it seems to be the thing. It's like the later in the season, the more important the game. Did any rookie finish hotter than Pierce? No.
And thank God he had a good year, because if we didn't, Falcons fans would have to hear about the fact we don't have a first round pick all offseason. But at least I can counter with that trade. We got James Pierce.
The problem is I did this exercise in our Discord this week, right? Where I pulled the 50 voters from last year. And it's not necessarily guaranteed to be the same, but there's not going to be a lot of turnover year to year in who's going to vote on the awards. Half these people have not even watched James Pierce play a snap this year. A lot of these people are local guys. Like it to me, there's so much buzz around Schwestinger. Even if you just look at Google trends of players and like how often they're searched, look at Twitter trends and stuff like that. It's like we live in this machine nowadays where even if there's a case to be made, somebody just keeps getting served up clips, whatever. That's what becomes ingrained in their heads. And that's why I think, like, for me, Ian, I don't even like, who would I vote for coach of the year? Mike Vrabel, he would not even be in my like top 4 or 5. I would tell you right now if I had a vote. But there's been so much friggin' buzz for Vrabel. They literally think he's turned around this franchise just as much as Drake May, which, like, let's have a different conversation about that. Like, May is carrying Vrabel in my opinion, but I think he's just very likely to win for fucking reasons that like I can't explain, really.
Rigged,
I guess. Magnets. Right. Vrabel magnets.
I hate how sometimes like someone sets a standard of opinion on a player, and then it just becomes an echo chamber agree-a-thon. Like,
Bingo.
Marquise Pouncey, someone decided in his rookie year, this guy's going to be a Hall of Fame center. And even in the years he played bad, he just kept becoming the Pro Bowl starting center for like 10 plus years. And then it's like, oh, he was the best center of his generation. It's like,
Right.
All right. I guess his reputation is set in stone.
Yep. I'm with you. Little underrated moment I thought today, and I watched almost none of this game, but seeing like Harrison Smith kind of go off the field and get like a good ovation in Minnesota was a nice move today. That was like Harrison Smith is a very underappreciated player of our era and lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Just like a guy that was pretty consistently good. You know, he might be completely done, 36 years old now, but I like that for him today. That was pretty cool.
He is part of the Hall of Very Good. They're like, everybody wants to talk Hall of Fame and careers, and sometimes I just want to talk about like the Hall of Very Good. Just guys who were a 12-year starter, always top 6, 7 in their position.
There was a run for Harrison Smith, I'll say like pre-COVID, around that time, where he was elite. He was like really, really, really good.
He was first team All-Pro 2017 and then second team 2018.
Yeah. That's that. Playoff schedule's released. All right, let me see what we got going on here in terms of the times.
Someone said they're released.
Yep.
I don't know. I went to my NFL.
Someone said the Athletic released them. I'm just quickly.
I went to my NFL Insiders tab and nobody's tweeted it. Not Schefter, not Rap Sheet.
Yeah.
Are we sure? I mean, it would be everywhere. It'd be like everywhere.
It's true. Maybe they're playing a fast one. Brinks copied and pasted. Okay. This is I'm not going to put up on screen because it's messy. Saturday, early game, Rams at Panthers.
I don't think that's real. I'm like looking like Schefter, Ari Meirov.
I got to tell you, I'm with you, George. I think this is fake news.
Oh, man. Hate to see that.
I think it's fake news.
It literally, when something like that breaks, it's literally everyone has tweeted it. And I'm seeing nobody's tweeted it right now.
Yeah. I think I'm with you on fake news there. I would at least get like an Athletic alert. I am a sub. I do support Austin Mock, friend of ours that works for the Athletic.
It's just good journalism, and like, especially we're in draft season coming.
Yeah.
Like, is there Dane Brugler's like the one? Like, I read his beast every year. It is worth the price that you pay for the subscription.
So today, guys, I was watching football, and I noticed some things which I probably won't talk about on Sunday Reset later because they don't matter. But I started setting calendar reminders for next year around week 17 so that I would remember certain things. I don't know if anyone watched how Green Bay played the game today. Matt LaFleur literally punted that game. They handed the ball off all game long. It was, let's get the fuck out of here. We want nothing to do with this. They threw one play action pass in the fourth quarter for Clayton Tune where I was like, holy fuck, I can't believe they actually did that. That was a masterclass in getting out like as quickly as possible without injuries. So that one I noted. The other thing I noted is
11 pass attempts, -7 net passing yards.
Man, in the first half, Emmanuel Wilson had 7 carries for -14 yards.
Yards per pass, -0.5.
Green Bay.
I've never seen that before. That's crazy.
2.4 yards per play. Yeah, they had -7 net passing. Like I'm telling you, if you were to watch this game back, he didn't even coach the game. He didn't care about anything. It was I guess if you bet at post and you bet -13.5, you lost on Minnesota because they kicked the field goal as time expired. That was the only thing that Matt LaFleur did to try to get points on the board today. They were in the red zone. At the end of the game, it was a 2-possession game. They were handing the ball off and not calling timeouts. They're just letting the clock run. It's like, okay, here we go. If you weren't watching that in real time or like realizing what was happening and betting Minnesota, but reminder for next year, someone will remember if the Packers ever get into a position where a final week game is meaningless, this guy is not playing anyone.
I noticed something too. I know the incentive thing is gone. Like it's awful. It's the worst. I have muted every account that talks about incentives now. Like I don't want to deal with Salvitri and all these other guys moving forward. But I couldn't figure out why Jacksonville had Trevor Lawrence in up like 4 scores. And then this in mid-drive, he gets them to the 25 and they start clapping. And I see he got 4,000 yards and he walked off on the 25. Like he didn't even finish the drive. I said, oh, coaches care about milestones. Eagles did it with Devontae Smith. As soon as he caught the ball for 1,000 yards, you did not see him on the field again. And maybe that is
milestones are the new incentives, is what you're saying.
Or at least it's the undiscovered, undiscussed thing that coaches push for.
I felt that way a little bit with Chase Brown today as well, who I think had 1,000 and then gave way to P. Ryan a little bit later on in that game. I kind of like that, honestly. I think that's a good angle because the incentive stuff is way overplayed at this point.
I'm like, why is, and I need the over, so I'm thankful. Like, I don't know why, like, is Cohen still trying to figure out something with this offense in the fourth quarter? And then he gets to the 25 and he walks off. I said, what the fuck's going on? And it flashes 4,000 yards. I said, oh, that's it. He literally didn't even finish the drive. That's how little they cared after that.
Yeah. Pats definitely did force that last Henry reception as well. Whatever. I'm going to take that every time. I mean, it came down to them having to force a play. They threw 20 passes and Drake May had 18 passes in the game. Derrick Henry got 5 and it came down to like 3 on the last drive for them. It was very tilting, but I faded the Pollard one big time as well. They didn't give me Tony Pollard under 66.5. They're like a 13.5 point underdog and be trailing the whole game. Wow, Lamar looks very spry there. But a flag.
Rob.
Yep.
I know you don't like the awards talk stuff, and I don't want to do it here, but Stafford is now a -140 favorite to May.
Yep.
And that will 1,000% be debated on Twitter tomorrow. And I don't want it. I'm over it, man. I'm over it.
Tomorrow morning, maybe not. Maybe tomorrow afternoon. It's not a big priority for me. But I will, or maybe tomorrow night. There's no Monday Night Football. I'm going to go through the people voting on this again. I'm going to go through their Twitter timelines. I'm going to see if anything's changed. It was predominantly Drake May support this week. You think Teddy Bruschi's changing his mind? He's going to vote all of a sudden for Matt Stafford? It ain't happening. Some of these people might, though, so we'll see.
James Pierce shortened up, too. And so did Mike McDonald.
I wanted James Pierce to have a big game against the Rams. I think that would have put...
He missed out. He had the back-to-back sacks today. If he had that on Monday.
The wrong rookie had the big... It was Xavier Watts had a big game against the Rams. Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? He was very noticeable again today as well.
That's what I was saying. Great rookie class for the Falcons.
It really was.
Coaching a quarterback.
Coaching a quarterback away.
And a second wide receiver.
They could really use Marcus Mariota right now.
Marcus Mariota. Bring him back.
Bring back Mariota. Darnell Mooney. What I don't know if you caught my rant in the first quarter. This guy doesn't know where his feet are. How is it so hard for him to get his feet in bounds all the time? He's got so much room on the sidelines. I don't understand what happened to Darnell Mooney. Was he never good? I thought he had some burst when he was with Chicago. He sucks.
He was really good last year.
Freaking stinks.
I think he almost had 1,000 yards last year.
Oh, man. Curse of Raheem, I guess. Raheem Morris is dying to lose that game today. He was just dying. You could feel it coming. Lucky it didn't. I think it was the 16-10 field goal that I feel was a little bit cowardly. I'm trying to remember the exact situation there. Whatever. He gone.
I have a task for you tomorrow, Rob.
Okay.
I need you to find me the best Patriots or Rams Super Bowl price?
Yep. No.
Report to me, and then I'll tell you which one to click.
Yeah, I owe you 500.
You
Well,
know,
we owe
no,
you
no.
500 as a team. Yeah. Yeah, you guys
Oh,
finished ahead of us in the
Oh,
circle.
well, don't say that. I don't want to share the Super Bowl winnings with my team. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Panthers are 175 to 1 to win the Super Bowl. Who says no?
The Rams.
Once, yeah, I think the Rams start by saying no. Then the following team says no.
My financial.
That is crazy. Isn't that crazy odds for a team that's in the playoffs though to win the Super Bowl? 175 to 1. I don't know if I've ever seen a team that's in the playoffs to have that long of odds.
You know, I'm surprised there's not a 0 at the end of that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a team lower rated heading into the playoffs than this version of the Panthers.
I'll tell you in at least the last couple decades, I'll say, of betting, I think the most pessimism around any team that I've ever seen going into the playoffs was the year that the Eagles won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. They thought that team was dead. Everyone did. There was they had no hope. Did they beat the Falcons that year? Ian, do you know? I think they beat the Falcons in the first.
Yes, I believe they beat the Falcons in the divisional round, if I remember correctly, on a Julio Jones dropped game-winning touchdown.
There you go. Wow. Just doesn't get easier for Falcons fans.
It's
sorry for the memories, man. But that was I don't know what they were priced at, but no one gave them a shot. No one.
Would the beast mode Seahawks have been one of the lower priced? They were under 500 division winner.
And they were also like a double-digit home dog in that game as well, the earthquake game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the Saints were kind of like the Rams. How did they not win their division? They're a powerhouse. The West and South. We got some overlapping themes here, Rob.
In regards to this game, does this not feel like the most classic Steelers bullshit game that's going to happen now?
Oh, yeah.
Mike Tomlin voodoo game?
Yeah. Don't you get those vibes right now?
Yep,
like that the
100%.
Ravens just couldn't separate. Derrick Henry's got 112 yards in the first half. It doesn't feel like that at all.
Ravens will cough it up deep in their own end at some point here.
They won't get away from the run either because, they have done that before and it hasn't worked out for them. I don't know. Feels very nasty right now. Feels like a voodoo game. Going to the 2-minute warning here.
Not to mention Baltimore has just done nothing other than that touchdown drive. They're kind of just letting them hang around. They're asking for it.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. Hanging around. Anyone you guys been following the Canada World Juniors in real time at all?
Alex,
I'm not a World Juniors guy.
Alex got me back into that tournament.
Okay.
I'm not a World Juniors guy. I never really have been.
Yeah. I'm actually very ashamed to admit this, but I will because I'm an honest guy. But when I worked at the Score, the rights for the World Juniors are owned by TSN, who is like a rival for us. We were like the small guys trying to compete with Sportsnet and TSN. And I grew accustomed to cheering against Canada in that tournament. Because, we just didn't want... I'll tell you this. TSN did a really, really good job of branding that tournament as like, you are not a true Canadian. You're not patriotic unless you care about this tournament of under 20 hockey players. Could have picked anything.
Yep.
Could have been under 16. Hell, why not an under 10?
It's great. It was like you had to watch the World Juniors.
You had to
watch it.
right?
I love
Like, it
good
didn't really even click until I was older. I was like, this, like, when it clicked when I got older, that it's like, this is literally an under 20 tournament. Like, why do we care this much about it?
And we're the only ones who do, in all honesty. Like, you can't even watch it in the US. They put it on like NHL Network. They don't even show half the game. No one else cares. They do these tournaments in Europe, and there's like, people, 1,000 people show up to watch Sweden and Finland. The arena's empty for everything else. Nobody gives a shit except for us. It's crazy.
Most people don't even know it exists.
Yeah.
What about the Pop-Tarts Bowl, like having the best ratings? That's when you do a great job marketing.
It's true.
It becomes a thing. People had to tune in to see the dumb, Pop-Tart coming out of I shouldn't say that. Maybe Pop-Tarts will be, best bets sponsored by Pop-Tart, and I eat a Pop-Tart, before I give my triple hammer.
Hell yeah.
I haven't had a Pop-Tart in 20 years, and I'd love to have a Pop-Tart, man. Like just hearing
Pop-Tart Bowl made me want to go buy Pop-Tarts.
Did you guys put the Pop-Tarts in the toaster oven? In the toaster?
I ate them raw.
You ate them raw. You raw dogged them.
When I was at home, I did. But when I'm taking it to school, no chance. Just like rip it and open it and eat it.
I would toast the s'mores ones. The s'mores ones are better toasted. But like the fruit flavored ones, I'd eat raw.
I remember those. I don't think that the upgrade in putting them in the toaster is worth the extra minute wait.
Yep.
Preach. The man of convenience. They're roughly the same. It's a little bit better if they're in the toaster, but like, why do I gotta wait?
I'm gonna send this whole segment of Pop-Tarts and see if we can my triple Pop-Tart, my strawberry Pop-Tart hammer of the week.
I love those s'mores Pop-Tarts, man. When I was a kid, I loved that shit. I'm down for Pop-Tart. We want a Pop-Tart sponsorship. I will pimp that company. I ate a lot of Pop-Tarts when I was younger. The diabetes kind of killed that ability for me, but
were you a Pop-Tart guy, not a toaster strudel guy?
I would eat anything with sugar, really. I was a big Dunkaroos guy when I was younger.
Oh, big Dunkaroos.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dunkaroos absolutely slap. I haven't had a Joe Louis in like another 20 years.
Passion flaky.
Oh man, all this stuff. I always got whatever was on sale was what my mother bought, and she packed those in my lunches when I was a kid. So I knew whatever I got was the sale for that week. Yep. Dunkaroos were on sale a lot, I'll tell you that. Because I got a lot of Dunkaroos. Wow, Aaron Rodgers, look at this guy. Wow. Cinnamon Toast Crunch Dunkaroos.
Someone else said Gushers in the chat.
Oh yeah,
crush Gushers, man. Gushers.
I used to like, my mom never got this. Do you remember the Lunchables, but the pizza?
Yeah,
I was jealous of everybody. My mom never.
No, too expensive. Wasn't allowed.
No self-serving,
no
no self-respecting Italian would be jealous of any other kid for bringing one of those to school.
The closest I got to the cheese one with the cracker and the red stick.
Yeah. Oh, the spreadable. That was a banger too.
That was a banger.
And I always had leftover cheese. There was peanut butter ones as well.
I had the peanut butter ones all the time. I didn't like the cheese ones.
You know what? I think when we do March Madness, we'll do a bracket of lunchtime snacks.
Oh, I love that.
I love that.
Oh, and Jason has to eat the advancing snack on the Hammer Daily.
Yeah.
I just want the record to show, because I get accused on my watch alongs of like turning it into food talk. All right. I just brought up Pop-Tarts from a marketing standpoint. And then you guys totally took it off. That was you guys. I'm not taking blame for that one.
I got to tell you, it seems like the Steelers bullshit's starting to happen in real time right now. Just methodically working down the field in no huddle shotgun, getting the ball out to Adam Thielen and Kenny Gainwell.
They're matriculating it down the field.
Rodgers with a 20-yard scramble. Incredible, man. Incredible. Oh, fruit by the foot, another banger.
Oh, fruit by the and fruit roll-ups.
Yeah. Oh. Do these things all still exist?
I think most of them do, yeah.
Right? I don't know.
Do you guys like the Coke bottles, the gummy Coke bottles?
They're fine.
Not bad.
I didn't get them very often.
That's Calvin Austin. Okay.
Touchdown?
No.
Oh.
But halfway to our yardage total for Calvin Austin. Honestly, gushers were so good.
Yep.
This is going to sound out of context. Nobody clip this. But when that thing splooges in your mouth,
oh no.
the feeling of joy and excitement when that thing splooges in your mouth, incredible. You know, you give me 100 packs of gushers, I'll be the Bonnie Blue of gushers. I'll tell you right now.
Oh man.
Yeah,
for the worst clip possible.
Of all the words you could have used, splooge is the choice.
But you guys know what I'm talking about,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
You bite into
you're
one of
not
those
wrong.
things. Yeah, I think splooge is a good adjective there. I think it fits. All right, I'm a little bit ahead of you guys, so I'm not going to spoil anything on these plays. I was just upset that Calvin Austin got targeted again on that play without a catch. I'm sure it'll be like a running back or something next.
The Bonnie Blue of gushers.
Oh man, what a day! Apparently, they're going to be announcing the schedule at halftime.
See, there we go. Appointment tuning.
Of course, makes a lot of sense. Why would they just do it in the middle of the game?
Yeah,
doesn't make a lot of sense.
Second quarter dump.
Yeah,
my journalist instincts said you need two sources to confirm.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped us from pulling up a Fugazi schedule on.
Did that guy just did he ever admit that he just lied to us, or he just dropped that in and then?
That guy Mamba Brinks, he's in here all the time. I think he means well. I think he just got God. I think he got God.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not like the score chat, where people are just giving fake news. Jesus Christ, man.
The score chat.
We almost score chatted the audience with the fucking schedule. And I said, wait a minute. Schefter and Ari Myrov and Rap Sheet don't have this? Come on. It doesn't pass the smell test.
No, definitely not. Holy fuck, man. Oh. Yeah, he says he definitely could have got God. It's all right, Brinks. Happens to the best.
Oh, no. He said I could have. He still thinks that he got the exclusive. He's still not convinced that it was you got duped.
But what happens if he was right? What if the fake news turns out to be the real news?
Yeah. That's a thing.
I was out at a friend's the other night, and I caught the Hit the Books watch along in real time. And Powers was sweating this game like he was like a 16-year-old kid who made the first bet of his life. It was the funniest shit ever. But then Kanish said he's like, I got to let the dog out. Guy just never came back to the stream afterwards. He didn't tell any, he just left. He's fucking laying down for the entirety of the stream. And then afterwards, it's like, I got to take the dog out. It just didn't show back up afterwards.
Was his camera still on or no?
No, nothing. He just left. And then he messaged me in the morning. He's like, I don't know how you do that, man. He's like, I don't know how you do that. Austin. No good. That was weird. But yeah, he messaged me the next morning. And, oh man, I got to find the exact message. It was, I don't know how you do those once a week. But no, I'm trying to remember what I missed it. He basically just went to bed. He took the dog out and he went to bed. He didn't say that. He didn't message anyone like, I can't come back on the stream. He just disappeared. That was it. I'm done. Going to bed. Amazing. Second and goal. Baltimore 9.
Only seconds to pull that off though. Like anybody else does that. And it's like
it's within character, It's like I don't even get mad because he's just an idiot. I know he's an idiot. Oh man. I don't.
Okay, there's a story. There's a buddy of mine, first construction job. Starts the day. He absolutely hates it. It's about an hour and a half into the shift. He goes, you guys look thirsty. Let me go grab some coffees. So he sat there, went by every person, wrote down their order, and then he fucking never returned.
Amazing.
He goes, I knew from the first person I asked I was not returning. He goes, I knew construction was not for me an hour into my shift.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting end to the half, boys. This is going to be an interesting end to the half.
Gonna be tackling bounds, run the clock out, sack.
It's a
Defensive pass interference.
We're going to see if Tomlin's going to nut up again.
Not a chance. What would you set the odds at right now that he goes for?
I think greater than 50%, honestly.
You think so? Especially he failed the fourth down earlier.
Yeah, you don't get the advantage of the team getting bad field position if you miss here. But the offense is on the field. No spoilers here. Offense is on the field. I hated that by the Ravens, by the way. On that play, Steelers have no timeouts. I don't even think you rush the quarterback, honestly, in that scenario. Maybe one, like nothing.
The problem is I don't know that he trusts his offense to have many chances better than getting one crack from the one today.
Snap, pitch. Not a chance.
Dead to rights immediately.
Not a chance.
Immediate dead to rights. You'll love to see it.
Why run?
Gilman, Van Noy, Hamilton, they're all over that shit right away. I hate that.
That's a terrible play call.
I hate that. Yeah, I agree. Under very live. Very live. Just listening to Tomlin before the half here.
Oh, I'm excited. We're going to get the schedule in real time.
I mean, they did ask him about the decisions. He said it's easy. You play to win. All right. I mean, you can't argue with that. I don't hate it. I honestly don't hate the decisions to go on 4th and 1.
No, that play call is bad. Have everyone go right, pitch left.
They're trying to a little misdirection, but it just didn't fool the Ravens at all.
Yeah.
They have one guy having to block basically 3 on the outside. Like, it's never going to work.
I hate that.
I don't think the MVP discussion is going to wait till tomorrow because Kirk Evans, who's part of the Hammer, he's jumping right into the. How's this to engage a fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Smart people know MVP. May is the MVP. Dumb people think Stafford is. That's how you fucking declare a point of war.
I got to tell you, I'm just checking my Telegram now. I've received multiple Kirk Evans tweets tonight from people who have asked me why he is such an idiot for his takes. So this should go well for some more.
Perfect.
He did tweet earlier today. People say the NFL market is efficient, but the Jets are plus 12. They ended up closing higher than that and proceeded to defecate.
They lost by what, 30?
I mean, Mitch Trubisky looked like Josh Allen today. The Bills had 470 yards of total offense playing backups for the majority of the day. You know? Not good. Ian, glad you had a good ending to the season. Some positivity going into next year. I know it's really negative about the Falcons earlier in the year. It pains me to do that to you. But it's my opinion.
No, you're entitled to that.
Right? But the end is strong. You go in the offseason, just need a coach, just need a quarterback. And you know what?
It's not easy.
Penix could be it. He could be it. I don't want to write it off just yet. I don't think so, but it's still possible. So if you get the coach, you might already have the quarterback.
Yeah.
Could be that simple.
You're entitled to your opinions about the Falcons and Brock Purdy, and I might disagree with you.
Okay, I'm gonna stop for 1 second here. People think I am a Brock Purdy hater. I'm not a Brock Purdy hater.
You kind of are.
No, Brock Purdy is overrated. That's where I'm at. Doesn't mean I hate him. He's a good quarterback. He's good. He's easily top.
I think
12,
if you call
maybe
it someone
top 10.
overrated, I think by definition you're kind of a hater of them. Then
I don't
I'm
know.
not saying you hate Brock Purdy as a person.
I think 49ers fans put Purdy on this pedestal where he's just not there. Purdy against a good defense, it ends the same way pretty much every time.
Yeah. Last night that wasn't great.
I don't even hate Hurts. I don't hate these people. Hurts is just below average quarterback. What do you want me to tell you?
Ooh, below average.
Jalen Hurts stinks.
You're at least a Jalen Hurts hater then.
This iteration of Jalen Hurts, people watch Jalen Hurts play this year, they might win the Super Bowl. It's not going to be because of Jalen Hurts.
Okay, but see, here's where I push back though. Like, how important is the offensive coordinator? Because if Brock Purdy's production is solely because of Kyle Shanahan, then you can't then ding Jalen Hurts when he has a first-year offensive coordinator that doesn't know anything.
Yeah, I get. Listen, you of course the scheme matters, but Hurts even sucked previous. Hurts was always the weak point of the Eagles. He had a great Super Bowl last year. You got to give hats off. The guy played an amazing game, made great throws.
His first Super Bowl, he was great too.
He's had big games before. I'm not saying he's incapable of having them. I'm just saying if you want to look at the weak spot of the team, it's the quarterback.
Not the offense coordinator?
Well, yeah, of course. This year, yes. In the past, no. It's always been Hurts as the weak point.
Rob, in one continuous thought, you went from, I don't hate Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is below average. Jalen Hurts stinks. That was one coherent thought.
I don't hate him. I don't wish anything poor. I don't wish anything poor to happen.
I hate his skills and how people perceive him, but I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Let's just say, for example, we swap Jalen Hurts with pretty much every other quarterback in the playoffs except for Bryce Young. I think Eagles are better. Maybe not
really
dark.
quick. Schedule's up, and I know you guys want to talk about schedule, but what if Jalen Hurts played for the 49ers?
They're worse. Way worse.
Okay.
Purdy's better than Hurts.
Okay, perfect. All right. I'll agree with that.
Oh, wow.
All right. Thanks for having me on, Rob. I appreciate it.
All right.
Hockey season's already over, so Falcon season is over. Leaf season's over, so go Jays go. We're back to it's baseball season.
That's a baseball season.
So we're back to baseball season. Here we go.
Golf season. We'll golf in the spring for sure.
All right, perfect.
All right,
Sounds
Ian.
good.
Take
All
care,
right.
man.
See you guys.
Ian McMillan, everyone.
Take care, Ian.
All right. You got really excited, George. Almost like a gusher splooged in your mouth there. You wanna let us know what's going on?
Yeah, we have the schedule.
Okay.
The Saturday 4:30 game. Houston is no longer in it. They said, you know what? There's only one team less desirable for the TV than Houston, and that is Carolina Panthers.
So did they put Houston to Monday Night Football?
Yes.
Okay.
So that was the swap. So Rams Panthers is the Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Packers Bears will do the Saturday evening rematch that we got to see.
Got it. So
Bills,
it's going to be Bills
Jaguars.
Jags.
Yep.
49ers Eagles, and then Patriots Sunday Night Football.
They want Drake May in prime time, baby. They're priming this guy for a Super Bowl run.
May Herbert is like a good primetime matchup, and if they didn't there's only a few spots you put that in. If they didn't put it in there, they want it on the NBC Sunday Night Football. Collinsworth. Actually, no, it's Sunday night. It's not Sunday night. I was thinking Monday night. It's not ABC, ESPN. It's the Sunday night group.
It's NBC. So Fox on Saturday, the on the 4:30 game, Amazon. So that weird Saturday night Amazon thing that they have.
Yep.
Sunday CBS, 4:30 Fox. So 49er Eagles. That will be Tom Brady.
Yep.
Chargers Patriots on NBC. So that will be Collinsworth. And then Texans at either Pittsburgh or Baltimore will be Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
All right.
I like it.
Listen, I'm excited for these playoffs.
Oh, I am too. I am. I'm intrigued.
I think this is a good schedule. I think this is a good schedule.
Bills, Jaguars, followed by 49ers, Eagles, followed by Chargers, Patriots on a Sunday.
So just thinking about it in terms of me and you, George. So I get Bears, Packers.
Yep.
You get Patriots, Chargers.
I get to fucking. Oh, I'm giving Drake May overs everything. I don't care how good this Chargers defense is. Pencil me in for all the alts.
And then I get Texans and hopefully Ravens. Although, you know what? The Ravens are not playing the most interesting brand of football nowadays either. So, yeah. Al Michaels on the call for Packers Bears. So bring your, I mean, I'm just not going to say what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Out of respect for Al Michaels, because he was always one of my favorites.
Yeah. CBS is Nance and Romo.
Yeah.
So Romo's going to be talking about Josh Allen. Oh, and Trevor Lawrence. He'll be.
Romo's going to be in full Gushers mode. If you catch my drift,
Oh yeah. Fuck, I can't get over that Bills Jaguars. That's gonna be a fun game, man.
Yeah, that is gonna be a fun game.
Very fun game.
Yeah,
very fun game. All right, this game. Is there anything you're looking at live that you think might have potential?
I mean, okay, if we break down the first half, I see Baltimore at 5.9 yards per play. It really did not feel like that. I think from a success rate standpoint, when I look at it now, it's going to be a little bit closer. Yeah, 33% success rate for the Ravens offense, which is actually lower than the Steelers' success rate in this game. So, I mean, personally, I would just expect the Ravens are going to try to sit on this as much as possible, play Ravens football, try to, go old school Vrabel style with the Titans and just pound Derrick Henry second half. That will have some success, but I mean, if there was ever a game for a punt parlay,
oh yeah,
George, this is the one. It's just who gets the most. I mean, Kenneth Gainwell's probably the target, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say Rodgers is 25 attempts in the first half. Like that was the bet, right? Just Rodgers attempts. That's crazy. Gainwell's already got 6 catches on 7 targets. They've targeted the running backs 10 times this game.
I know it's getting crazy at this point. Like everything is underneath.
Yeah.
Everything's underneath. Patrick Burns says, wait until Pittsburgh gets a BSTD, then live bet Baltimore. I don't know. I made some mistakes with this game. I should have just
stuck to the under.
Yeah. So just for those that don't know, I'll kind of just explain that a little bit more. But Jay Glazer is very reliable reporter in the NFL. When you start like looking at news on a weekly basis, you kind of start to understand who are the guys that give it to you for real and who are the guys that don't. The one guy that doesn't, Ian Rappaport, Rap Sheet, very consistently wrong. I don't know who the sources are there anymore, whatever. Jay Glazer is very reliable. He did talk a lot about Lamar being back to full health for this game. And I put too much stock into that because, listen, I had a very marginal edge on the under in this game, but it was built entirely off of Lamar's like season numbers, right? Which are not good.
Yeah.
And anyways, that's where I settled that. So I was looking for any sort of ARB that I could get to my number early before the game and reduce the position by a lot, which might end up being a mistake. Punt Kenneth Gainwell is like plus 830 right now, which I think, honestly, I'd like to target someone other than Gainwell. Gainwell's the very obvious for the amount of targets he's gotten.
I mean, I guess the pivot would be the tight ends, right?
Well, I mean, we can't target anyone on the Ravens because they've thrown the ball 6 times today.
Yeah.
Do we just go for Jaylen Warren maybe instead?
Yeah, I could see, especially because he'll get the first series out of the half.
I don't know if he will, but I mean, let's see what the snap counts have been tonight. But Jaylen Warren is plus 410 to catch a pass on the next Steelers drive. Gainwell's plus 130. So like, there's a significant gap between the two.
I like Jaylen Warren if you're going to play the angle.
Yeah, I think we go punt Warren. I think that's going to be the look.
We got to get it. The closest we got to a punt parlay. We we got the first drive, the player catch, and the punt.
Yeah.
And then it was 3rd and 8 in the Tampa-Atlanta Thursday night shootout.
Oh.
And he just fucking found the first down, just like 3rd and 8. Like that's the closest. 3rd and 8, we're supposed to get off the field there.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. That's a tough one. I don't have drive results right now either. They're down. So I'm just waiting for them to get reposted, and then I'll say what that parlay pays. I don't want Freiermuth, honestly. Freiermuth is looking like he's drawing a lot of coverage in this game. It seems like Baltimore's content to give Pittsburgh the dump offs to the running backs and kind of take the tight ends out of the game. So Freiermuth to me hasn't really gotten any looks. Yeah, that's my opinion. Alan Lopez says Warren has a total of 9 snaps. 6 of them ended up being passes to him. I like that.
Yeah.
Are the third quarter starting already? My God, that was a fast half.
Really?
Feels that way.
No, is it actually starting already?
Yeah.
What happened? We spent like what, 3 or 4 minutes talking about Jalen Hurts, about a minute and a half talking about Kirk Evans. That's
I love the estimates that you're going with right now.
It feels right. It feels right. We spent about 3 minutes talking about the schedule. This is a 10-minute half, Rob. There's no way. This is too fast.
I don't know, man. If we were too late. I was too late. I fucked up. Now I can't. Now the question is: do you root for your opinion or do you root against it? I don't have it. I don't have anything in.
I have a question for you.
I'll have an answer for you, hopefully.
Did you think Carolina got a nice draw? It's not the best draw you can get is against the Rams is the earliest time slot, right? Because the Rams have more of the significant injuries.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Like Dotson on a short week, and he doesn't look like he's that close.
I don't think Dotson is going to be back because when he had his ankle injury, it was pretty bad. It's been 2 weeks. He's not practicing at all. Devontae Adams will be back.
Yes.
Think he could have played today, but they chose to hold him.
But like Terrence Ferguson
got hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he didn't even play. He was injured and inactive, but he was doubtful tag early this week. So
yeah,
Quentin Lake coming off of IR. We're still not sure if he'll be back. It feels like of all the situations.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, Robert Hunt maybe for the Panthers as well.
Yeah, Rob Hunt for the Panthers. I think he's back this week.
Yeah. All right. Just a reminder because I see it in the chat. Sunday reset after the show tonight, just like usual. Sunday Night Football will end. There's going to be a different link. This will redirect right to that link if you want to hang around. Probably just take a quick break in between. I'll go live with Clive. We'll preview all the games. Tommy Boy says, any Jeff tonight or Hitman? Hitman not available tonight, but right on cue, sporting his sick haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey, how are things?
I got accused of getting a $5 haircut to match Phillip Rivers.
You know what? It looks better this week than it did when you originally got it. I think you've styled it different, you know?
Maybe, I don't know. It's been a long Sunday. I will say I had the adrenaline rush that ran through my body when I saw Palacero post that postseason grid. People want my mic lowered. I was just recording content.
Yeah, don't worry. You're good.
You have a Madison Beer mic going right now.
I don't know what that means.
It means it's a hot mic.
Uh-oh.
I got you taken care of. Don't worry. We should be good now.
So I literally just was recording some golf stuff in the first half of that game. So I hope that shit wasn't ruined. There's a producer there. So.
Yeah, I like my golf advice yelled at me. That's my favorite.
I'm not ready for golf season to start. It's happening too soon, but the Chargers getting that 8 p.m. Sunday night draw, like a shot of electricity went through my body, boys.
Yeah. Well, really, like you felt more excitement from knowing that they were going to be in the Sunday night slot. Like that did something for you?
I didn't want to be the curtain jerker.
Yep.
And yeah, I thought it was a sign of respect. I don't know.
Kyle Hamilton hurt in this game, by the way, as well. I think that might be a concussion possibly as well. So just keep an eye on that. As
they got the extra day here. That's interesting.
The NFL gave him that extra day.
They
Took a big hit there.
They knew the concussion was coming. It's all that was acting, Rob. Don't you ever watch wrestling?
You know, they put the magnets in Kyle Hamilton's headgear, and they put it on a defender as well, so that when the blow happens, it would happen extra hard. This is how they script the injuries in the NFL. This is how they script them. But
okay.
Jeff, did you, out of curiosity, were you like just rooting for the Chargers to fuck the Broncos out of the 1 seed today, or did you just not care?
No, I was just rooting for the clock. I had to watch every play with some paranoia because there were players playing that I didn't want to see playing. Even later in the game, things that would mean nothing to other people, like why is my best defensive lineman playing? T.R. Tart. Why? Even after Keenan got his money, he still was playing. A lot of it. Dante Jackson got hurt in the game. I lost my mind for a minute. He came back to the sideline, not in a walking boot, which what they described as an ankle injury. So I just thought that had to have been like a minor positive. Because if they were concerned, there would have been something there. But no, I wanted the clock to tick. And I came away from that game thinking that Denver has to be fraudulent. They couldn't even move like the ball simply on Jesse Minter shells.
I know.
Like the Chargers were getting explosive breakthroughs on that line. So I mean, listen, I don't know if the Chargers can beat the Patriots, but if they do, they got to go right back there for another game. Like, sign me up, Rob.
Yep.
Sign me up.
It's going to be you versus George on Sunday night. George is now an adopted Patriots fan. Somehow, being a Dolphins fan, you'd think that he would.
Future or what?
He just thinks Drake May has a future.
Oh, but like if you're a Dolphin fan, you want to see the Patriots winning another Super Bowl right now? Like, give me a break.
No, I've bet the Patriots.
Okay, that's different.
A lot. I think I'm for sure higher on market than everybody on them. So you kind of just like you're watching him and you're just like, he's dreamy. You know, I have a genuine crush on him.
Yeah, and listen, Rob. You know, I saw the Texans hit a couple over the tops on the Chargers early in the game.
Yeah.
And it was like, the Chargers, they don't give those up. They're so good at that. Here's the truth. Someone that's watched every play. Going back to game 1 against Mahomes in Brazil, those have actually been available. The opposing quarterbacks have just missed them. Like almost every week, the Chargers, there's a ball over the top. There's a guy open. And it just didn't get connected. So it's not like the Chargers are great at shutting those down. They almost just dare you to be able to make them. They clearly dared Stroud to make them. And there was some great scheme there. If you watched a post breakdown of how they got a safety out of there both times. But yeah, so like Drake May will have chances. The Chargers give up chances. They do. And he can hit them. So I'm worried, but I don't know. Is Diggs going to be suspended, or that's just an internet joke?
I think it's not happening.
Freiermuth, they're going to the tight ends. They said, all right, the running back's not working.
Well, Kyle Hamilton's hurt as well. Changes things.
Yeah.
Also, Jonnu Smith, I think, was on that carry. Was that
only? It's a lot of plays for like a really short amount of time being taken off the clock in this drive.
You know, the Steelers are unfortunately very live in this game as well.
I got to say something. Whoever convinced Darnell Washington to become a tight end and not turn into an offensive tackle, like whoever his college coach is, should be ashamed of themselves. That guy would have made a lot of money as an offensive tackle in the NFL.
That'd have been someone at Georgia.
Yep. Alohi Gilman is now hurt as well. So they're down both safeties. Ooh, man, this is
it's the voodoo. This is the voodoo.
I got an under in this game. Like, it's not going to get high scoring, is it? Should I be worried?
I think it's still like too
early to
smash mouth.
I hope so.
I don't know.
So it says Loie Gilman's back, but Kyle Hamilton's still being evaluated.
Man, there's just certain teams. It's not the fan base. I don't want people to take this wrong. I just don't like watching the Steelers. They're such a hard watch for me. Like Steelers Texans does not excite me in any way.
Oh yeah, that'll be a slog.
You know? It does
they
not
had that era with like Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell where they were like fantasy monsters.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about current iteration of the Steelers. Yeah, obviously that was very different.
No, that was like most of our lives, like they have been not a fun team. They know how to muck it up good though.
Yeah, they do. Big time 3rd and 1 coming up here.
Jalen.
Yeah.
If you consider how they drove the ball at the end of the half, I mean, this has been back-to-back very impressive drives by Pittsburgh.
Oh, I agree. I mean, it's really just been some bad, like 4th down play calls that are kind of the difference in this game. I mean, they're going to have another one coming up here in a second. Like, this is going to be a 4th and inches. This might be one where you actually try that tush push with Hayward instead of doing it on 4th and 1.5.
Agreed.
That doesn't make any sense.
Rob, what is the biggest point spread through the entire let's assume Baltimore wins. What is the biggest point spread in the entire AFC bracket?
In the entire AFC bracket?
Yeah, from now till the Super Bowl. Like, what is the biggest hypothetical sports point spread we would even get?
Oh, that's tough to say.
Small though, right?
It's
like
so close.
Like 4.5, 5 be like the biggest spread in the AFC playoffs.
If Pittsburgh went to the AFC Championship and played like New England,
Pittsburgh's my lowest rated AFC team. New England's my highest.
That would be my AFC Championship. They did the tush push and it worked this time. I mean, he almost got it.
It's weird. Every time Rodgers is like sitting back there and like they're one man short.
Yeah.
It works when they're undermanned.
Kyle Hamilton's being carted to the locker room. I think he's got a concussion, would be my guess.
Carted is major concussion. I mean, if he can't even walk.
Yeah. All right, let's see what this flag is here on because it's a touchdown. So it's either going to be defensive offside or it's going to be illegal formation with one of because the line judge threw the flag immediately on the snap. Offside defense.
What is the best bet show need in this game?
Pittsburgh to cover 3.5, and we go clean 9-0 to finish the year. Got a question for you, Jeff. Rob, are you gonna
back in 2?
You gonna walk the dog and we'll say goodnight to you?
I'll actually be back. I'm not gonna pull the Knish special. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Let me ask you a question, Jeff.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah.
If you had to put a percentage on Chargers winning on Sunday night, do you have a number? Because I don't ever want to put you in a position like, oh, I don't want them. You want them. Just what do you think is the likeliness?
I don't know. I think the point spread is about right. I'd argue like I would have guessed it before, so I was maybe surprised that it was 3.5. But whatever that equates to, like I think the Chargers can be a tough out. They're going to punch the Patriots in the mouth. Okay, I don't know who the Patriots have played all season, but I don't know that they're going to like the Chargers play with a relentless physicality. You even saw their backups do it on defense today.
Yeah.
And I would argue that's going to be like, am I a little worried a 15-yard penalty is going to like ruin the game for me? Because like we play in this gray area. I'm not used to it. Like Pittsburgh, this brand of Chargers football is something I'm really not ever used to. Like I did not ever have like a dominant, like a team. I don't know that played defense like this. There were like good defensive teams. I could name a few. Merriman led a couple fun, good ones, but
You guys almost feel like the Big Ben version of the Steelers.
And if this game is bad weather, George, I'd argue it suits the Chargers.
Yeah.
Like the way they played, that game in Kansas City was their third coldest game in franchise history. And they just hit all day. They hit the Chiefs took some penalties, but they just hit them all day.
You
know what Jim Harbaugh says about cold weather? He says your body is a human hot tub. That blood is pumping inside you. These young guys, you're a human hot tub. So let's go.
You brought up a good point I actually want to mention.
And yeah, props on that Hayward touchdown anyway. 11-1, yeah.
I got congratulations. I got you actually brought up a good point. Other than Jacksonville, anywhere that Houston, because it's a dome, but Chargers getting a potentially all cold weather cities might bode well for what you guys want to do and how you guys want to win.
I hope it's raining if they end up in Jacksonville for a game. Like I think that just suits this Charger team. Muck it up in a weather game. You play our style, and Justin Herbert has his 4 hero plays, and like boom, maybe magic. But George, like it's undeniable. Like I just simply do not want to live an entire offseason of like Herbert just having like a fatal playoff game. Because this season, despite like statistically not being what I had hoped for him, it was clearly like he gained fans this year. Like he turned a lot of haters, because he should, like, for a lot of reasons. I don't need to run through it. I never thought he should have been in the MVP stuff. I always said that was kind of cringe, because that's an 18-week like stat-based award, and he wasn't doing that. But I would like. Here's the thing with Herbert, though. Everyone that threw him flowers all year for showing how tough he is, it will be unrelenting. I'm smart enough. I see Josh Allen and Lamar take shit.
Yeah.
So of course Justin Herbert's gonna take shit. Like, right? Like, hello.
I mean, before Peyton Manning could conquer the New England beast, he was being called a choker in the playoffs too.
That's because the Chargers had some upsets on his ass. And in Indy is like 10-point dogs once too, or twice. But and the Dolphins beat Peyton Manning. Remember that one? Lamar Smith postseason touchdown run.
I'm reminded, Jeff.
Do you have any live bets, George? Did you bet anything at halftime?
No, I'm cruising in this game. I'm like looking forward. I'm reminded of the Giants' first Super Bowl run, Jeff, where they were like a 9-7 team, and the whole stick was like, oh, their corners and their secondary is really bad, and their like D-line just hit a next level in that playoff run. I know your tackles are injured, but maybe you just keep enough of a clean pocket for Herbert to operate. If he's not throwing picks, maybe it's enough.
Maybe. Yeah, if he doesn't throw picks, maybe it's enough. Do you remember there was a Bills game in Duval, a first round playoff game a few years ago?
Mm-hmm.
That stadium was like 80% Buffalo. Like the Bills Mafia invaded. Now, this Jags team's won like 9 in a row or something. Like locally, I'm sure the vibes are, the excitement for them is huge. But Bills Mafia is headed to Northern Florida this week. That's a fact.
My Bills fan buddies went, and they said Jacksonville's actually a little more sketchy than they thought.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say something I'll regret, but Jacksonville is. People are still shocked. Paul Tagliabue gave him a team. We'll just put it that way.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
Florida to me is just it's all the same. It's just,
no, it doesn't work like that. Yeah.
Like I knew Dade County and like Miami had that aspect of it, but I had no idea Jacksonville was a thing.
People want to bet, George. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have a live bet. I'm not going to make one up either.
This Baltimore offense is really, really stalled, man.
Yeah, I'd be concerned if I were them.
And I don't know, the reports of like Lamar being healthy doesn't. I don't know. He hasn't been great. This is very much Lamar we've seen all year. Jalen Ramsey banged up too.
Yep. It looks like he got injured right when I got back to watch that play. Ravens offense just like, I mean, I don't want to.
All year it's.
Oh my God. If you think this voodoo doesn't exist, my God, TJ Watt of all people, this team, they do it, man. I don't know. They just fucking find a way to do it.
They get a turnover?
Yeah. Was it batted down by defensive lineman directly into TJ Watt's hands?
No. Defensive lineman, I think it hit the O lineman into TJ Watt's hands. I think there was a third party in there involved.
There was 2 D linemen that could have both hit it, either at Highsmith or, I mean.
You can't beat the voodoo. You can't explain the voodoo. You definitely don't want to bet against the voodoo.
You know, listen, part of the voodoo is having Highsmith, Watt, and Herbig. That's part of it.
Yeah. Rob, Stanley knocked it up to TJ Watt. He it was volleyball. There was 3 touches on that thing.
You know, my desire to not want to see the Steelers in the playoffs. I mean, it definitely missed a live bet here.
Yeah, listen, Lamar's hurt. They don't trust this guy at all today.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 8 pass attempts. You know, I got to tell you, the Ravens coaching staff too, this is going to be time to whatever Lamar hurt, you know, that matters over the course of the year. But I'm not just saying this is like revisionist history. Open the stream today talking about how I think the Ravens are going to be super run heavy, right? They're just kind of so predictable in what they're going to do on a weekly basis. Like it's getting kind of something just needs to change with the team at some point. Whether they get in the playoffs this year, I just view them as a very.
Do you think Harbaugh? You think like one of the New York teams, like the downtrodden teams, would like want Harbaugh instantly?
I think Miami would fire McDaniel instantly to hire John. He'd be the number 1 coach candidate
over Stefanski.
Yes.
Ooh, that's close because Stefanski's 2-time coach of the year.
I think Harbaugh's better.
They would both have suitors for sure. They definitely would have.
Harbaugh, like in New York, it's just all day. That's the hire.
Yeah.
Although, like, I just think Stephen Ross would want Johnny.
Yeah, I'm worried Stephen Ross is going to want Jesse Minter in Michigan ties.
Oh, I don't want Jesse Minter.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I know. I think he's fantastic, DC. I want an offensive coach or.
Yeah. I watched the Steelers offense. If they win, they play the Texans, right?
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know what the fuck the Ravens are doing tonight, but they've been content to give the Steelers every dump off to a running back, and they can't make a tackle to save their lives. You know what I'm saying?
The Ravens can't make a tackle.
Yeah. Like Gainwell, 6 for 42, 6 receptions, 42 yards. You can't just keep giving that up. Jalen Warren, 5 for 33. You can't give up like 7 yards at a time to the running back over and over. They're just getting like there's no DK Metcalf playing tonight. What are they scared of downfield? You know what I'm saying? Like watch how far they play off the running back on every single one of these pass attempts.
I wonder what that Pittsburgh.
Has it just been since Hamilton's been out, or
I think all game it's just been a dump off fest. This is a big 3rd and 2 here. Timeout, but like it's just been a dump off fest all night pretty much.
That's what Rodgers has been throwing, right? That A dot Rodgers. I mean, what's the total for Texans Steelers? You know, there could be some sack fumbles in that game, and then all of a sudden your under is going to be over. That's what I'd be worried about.
True. I don't know, probably like 38, something like that.
Oh,
I
and
guess.
I haven't even looked at weather.
Oh,
I
yeah,
forgot.
true.
I forgot. Like we're in January. We gotta check January weather.
Yeah, we got
Although
games
I
in Chicago.
I faintly remember seeing a weather chart where the middle Americas and the East are like orange, and the West actually has the blue tundra.
Rodgers avoids throwing deep like he avoids family reunions.
Oy.
Wow, it's a tough comment when Jeff has a negative reaction.
Yeah, this is too damn territory, you think, or they might just take 3 points if they don't get anything.
Well, they didn't get it. I think they're going to kick here now. I don't think Tomlin can give up a chance to take the lead with the way that his defense is playing. That would be my thought.
I think you're right.
I mean, that was good coverage by Gilman. I thought maybe in real time that it was DPI, but you watch the replay, it was good coverage. Looked very bad when I saw it in real time. Looked very bad.
Is Jonathan Gannon keeping his job?
I think so. I mean, I don't know if Gannon is it or not. I lean towards him not being the guy, but you really can't assess him fairly for this year, in my opinion. They suffered an insane amount of injuries. They had a quarterback who just didn't even want to come back and play because he's a fucking baby. You know?
Yeah. There's 0% chance that Kyler was injured.
Maybe like a minor injury at first, but they really turned that into something that
the initial injury, but it's gotten worse. He's going on IR. Oh, he's done for the year. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I am looking forward to these games, though, man. It did dawn on me today, though, that while I'm looking forward to these games, we're getting closer to the dead period. You know, that late February, March.
Don't put us there yet, Rob. We got the best. We still got next weekend is peak.
Yeah. Next weekend is
we have a couple peak weekends.
I don't feel the dead period. I not there. That's not my dead period because I'm a combine. I love watching the underwear Olympics. I take it very seriously.
Yep.
I like the draft. I love the draft. I love free agents and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get post NHL, NBA season, and you're like that, there's nothing in the NFL. It's like rookie camps. Baseball's in I don't love baseball in June.
I mean, I love baseball in June when I'm a fair weather fan. When my team is doing well, I love baseball in June. When they're not, I'm not as big a fan.
June, mid-June to first week of July, second week of July. That's a rough stretch.
Yeah.
Golf.
Oh, we're gonna have Olympics this year. Hockey.
Oh yeah, that'll be a good.
You know what? That will actually help, and we get the World Cup. You know what?
World Cup will help.
This is not going to be we're not going to have a dead period. We're not going to have a dead run. Maybe just the NBA All-Star Week, right?
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be gone during. I like the Olympics. Don't get me wrong. I'll watch it in TV, but I'm definitely vacationing while that's going on. There's no chance I'm hanging around in the cold post.
When is that? That's even before the Super Bowl starts, right? Someone told me. It's the day NBC's got both. Or am I making that? Well, NBC obviously has the Olympics.
It's February 6th to February 22nd. So yes,
the Super Bowl's in the middle of that.
As soon as Super Bowl's done, I'm out of here.
Rob disappear.
I'm pulling the hitman.
Booked yet? Or you and your wife just get some awesome last minute deal?
I'm gonna go to Colombia afterwards after the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Is that have you been there before?
I've not. I like to see different places.
Yeah.
I think South America it's time. It's been in it's usually a Central America, Caribbean rotation. I'm like, you know
Like,
what?
where you go for like 2 weeks, like straight, like just
Do something like 10 days maybe, and then potentially in Vegas on the way back.
All right, just in time. Touch grass.
Joey
in the
Knish is gonna yell at you for your only 2 weeks of vacation the whole year, Rob. Just to let you know.
summer. All right, Justin.
You're getting roasted, GStack.
I enjoy life. I'm talking about from a sports perspective. I'm not sitting there depressed in my house in the summer for a month because there's no sports on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the Ravens look lifeless again. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, they're just going to come out. They run to Derrick Henry for 2 yards up the middle. Like, this is the game plan, I guess. You know, they broke off that 41-yard run to start the game from Henry. Might actually have been one of the worst things
thing
that
to happen to them, eh?
Yeah. They've just kind of fallen into that now. It's going to look like Henry's had an amazing game with 17 carries.
Down, right? He didn't fumble, did he?
No, he did. He was down. Jalen Ramsey's back in. I say that as Henry has a big play, but what's the rushing success rate for Baltimore in this game right now? It can't be. They've run 20 rush plays, 30% success rate. You're just getting roasted, G.
I know. It's okay. It happens.
I mean,
who needs the Caribbean win?
George, are you going to be at the office tomorrow?
No.
All right.
No.
Would you rather me just send you 100 or bring it to leave it at the office? I owe you for the fantasy.
Oh, you two are my last two to pay, but Rob, don't pay because I'm gonna owe you for the Hammer Draft series. That
yeah, we should just settle it all in one bunch.
No? I am. I'm telling everybody nobody's getting paid till the week after Super Bowl. I'm just gonna sort who owes who so we have the least amount of transactions possible.
Did the viewers win anything this year?
No, they came close. They finished in like top 4 in a couple awards.
So you basically conned them into winning watching some content this year.
We will change it. We'll I think we'll do the house rake. We'll do a rake where the audience gets something. Now I think that's what we'll do next year.
We should put Jason and the audience on a team. He should draft for the audience.
So Jason did pretty good this year.
Jason actually did really well in those drafts. I mean, he was high on the Seahawks to start the year, but here's the problem, okay? Here's a real problem I have. Jason is high on teams when they have a USC player. So if they look like the Bears, right? He doesn't there's no he loves Darnold. He loves Caleb. Like, it doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. It's just the fact that they have a prominent USC.
It's such a truth because last year he would just randomly DM me that the Chargers needed to get Brendan Rice in like active on the roster. I'm like, it's like Jerry Rice's kid, an undrafted free agent. I'm like, stop texting me about Brendan Rice.
Hold on. Before we level all this praise on Jason, I just want the record to show in his MVP draft. He had Joe Burrow, who got hurt, Daniels, who got hurt, and then his other 4 QBs were Michael Penix, JJ McCarthy, Caleb Williams, and Dak Prescott to win MVP.
Yeah.
So there was a little insanity in there too. That's the range with Jason, right? You have to accept that there is an insanity tale.
Fair.
100%. That's just him, man. Like, he's told me the affinity for USC like a million times, and I just don't even remember. I don't even remember what the story is. I've tuned it out at this point.
Do you think the Ravens would be moving the ball better with Huntley right now?
Probably in the same way. What would they be doing differently? They'd still be trying to pound the rock on first and second down.
More, not having 6 attempts at half. You
think so? You think this is a Lamar is limited game?
I don't know. Maybe Bateman getting hurt, or sick is screwing up their plans, but everything about this is very strange. Watching the Baltimore team and seeing their talent on paper and what they've actually looked like has been the biggest brain melt I've had all year.
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead, Jake. Go ahead, Jake.
No, I'm just curious. What did Jake Glazer lie about? He's usually not really a rumor monger.
No. He was just talking about how Lamar is like fully healthy for tonight's game.
Yeah, that's Lamar's like the toughest guy to get a read on because he doesn't have an agent. So like the truth and like which sourced insider you like would want to trust for Lamar. It's not like other players, if like star players, if that makes any sense. Like he's really shrouded in so much freaking mystery compared to other star players.
Yeah, this is an interesting comment, Rob. Like Lamar, there's the design rushes are not there with Lamar. He's got 2 runs for 7 yards.
Yeah, it looked like one of the runs that he had, one of the scrap. I think there was a penalty on the play. I call back.
Yeah, it did.
He looked totally fine on that.
So then is it just like, as Todd Monken regressed as a play caller, that he doesn't like, he's not utilizing Lamar's special ability anymore?
I honestly don't know the answer.
Or do they not want him to take a hit? Like all year there's been like this, I don't know, if your quarterback is mobile and you're not using that mobility, you are limiting how special the offense can be.
There's definitely something fundamentally broken here. I mean, I see this from Double Up No Dutch. Stop acting like this is something new. Lamar and the Ravens do this every year. You could talk about them choking in the playoffs, sure. But like this is very, very clearly a much, much worse offense than they've had in previous years. Like not even remotely debatable. They have no explosiveness downfield. They're not utilizing Lamar in the running game. It's not even like, I don't know what it is. And honestly, there's been talks behind the scenes now going on, 8 to 10 weeks of the locker room just hating Harbaugh. How much does that play into it? How much does that play into preparation for the game, right? I don't know.
It doesn't feel right. There's a toxicity to this Ravens team.
Yeah. They also need to find a real second receiver. Rashad Bateman has been a huge disappointment. I mean, they're walking out the corpse of DeAndre Hopkins. Mark Andrews is washed,
and they extended him in season. Like they saw him and they said, you know what?
A strange one.
Yeah.
We need more Mark Andrews, more money and more term. Like what?
Just very unusual stuff happening all around.
It almost felt like when the Cowboys gave the corner the money for like
Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah. No. The other one.
Boys corner, Jones.
Deron Bland.
Yes, it was like almost PR. It was almost PR for the Parsons trade. Like we got Bland back. I was like, really? Bland was on your list of corners to pay top of market for?
I'm not exaggerating with you guys. In the last week alone, I've done 1,000 mock drafts on PFF for the Cowboys. That's at least 1,000. I spend an insane amount of time. Whenever I have a spare 2 seconds, I've done 2 during the show tonight. Okay. That's how much I need them to fix this defense. They need an edge rusher in the worst way possible, if not 2, with these first couple round picks. Maybe another tackle to put at right tackle, maybe a corner. I'm fine with that. But give me 2 edge rushers and I'm fucking in for this year.
Hold on. Do you only do it as a Dallas GM? Because one of the things that turns me on about football is when a team like nails their offseason stuff. Like, because I'm thinking like, okay, I might be able, I think they're better than, you start thinking of like, the money I can make on this team if the market hasn't caught up. So sometimes I look at teams and I'm like, you know what? If I was Chargers GM, here's the 2 picks that I would make to get them to the Super Bowl. Right. I have that. Like I do all the teams.
I don't. I very rarely do another team.
Oh, I do all. I sometimes do the whole division. I get crazy.
Yeah. In fact, I've probably messaged Eager about 20 mock drafts in the last month alone, being like, I fixed the Cowboys. Every now and then I'll do a Panthers one too, just for that's. But
I remember watching
He's got to be so sick of me messaging him, being like, "Fuck, like another one of these mock drafts. Like, what the fuck is going on here?"
I'm gonna send him a mock of the Dolphins and be like, look what you could do here in Miami, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
All right, Jeff.
Take care.
I'll see you in office tomorrow. Don't forget to vote on topics, all right?
Yeah, I won't.
It's loaded tomorrow. Loaded. Later, Jeff. Jeff Fineberg, everyone.
You know the problem with those mock drafts simulators are, Rob?
That you can basically force a trade just by offering it more.
Oh, no, I don't want to talk about the technical wrong about it. What's wrong is like you can't just do one.
Oh, you can't stop. Because listen, I do what I think is right. PFF gives me a shit grade because it's based off of their player rankings.
Yes,
I'm like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't want this player. You know, they're like, oh, you should have taken this guy here. It's like, no, that would be the fucking dumbest thing ever. So I get really rattled. Then I do a draft where I'm like just using the PFF rankings to see how good. Then I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to end up with these players. I just go through this infinite cycle.
I like will spend. I'll open the phone. I'll turn on the mock draft simulator.
Yeah,
and then I've an hour and a half later, like my battery's at 10%, and I like still mocking for every team. It's nuts. It's nuts. Mm-hmm. It's like opening a bag of chips. You know, I don't think I've ever resealed a bag of chips in my life. It doesn't matter the size. Once the chips is open, you know those commercials for like, here's how you seal your chips. Here's a paper clip. Here's a clip. I would never buy that because there's zero need. Chips will never be resealed in my house.
It's funny. Just doing a little bit of number crunching here when I go to air.
I'll there was actually an interesting question that I starred. Commander Burger, what position should the Commanders take? Everything on defense, man. You guys, there's just a lot. I'm a firm believer in you draft best player available in round 1, and then you fill like positions of need a little bit later in the draft. You know, maybe you need a running back. Okay, maybe the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round. But when you the valuable thing of like being a bad team is like a lot of guys can help you.
It's true.
This is an interesting question. Drew asked, and we'll wait. We'll wait for after this drive. Who's 13 on the? Is that Roman Wilson or
no? Roman Wilson is a healthy scratch. I think Scotty Miller. I almost gave out Roman Wilson anytime touchdown on the pizza buffet this morning. Thank God I didn't because he ended up being in an. You would have got refunded anyways. But this has got to be OPI. This one with Gainwell is there's no way that receiver did not run a route. Has to be. This is the only way the Steelers has got to not beat themselves at this point.
You know,
Freiermuth was just blocking downfield.
Yes, you know what they always say. You know, just take the points in this matchup and like, just take the points when these two teams play. Mm-hmm. I turned it around. People were like on me about all the, they were roasting me for a little bit. And that hot take of like never resealing a bag of chips, I think I've won the audience over.
That's all it took.
We got a good question from Drew. He said, in order of ranking, how do you rank the 7 AFC teams via power rating? I can give you what I had going into this week. Let me just pull that up. New England is my highest. I'm not going to be shy. I'm not going to shy away from that. Buffalo is my 2nd highest.
Yep.
Houston and Jacksonville are my 3rd highest. And then, but they're like right basically where there's a middle of like Houston, Jacksonville, Chargers, Denver that kind of feel like all the same. Jacksonville a little bit different profile because of how they are offensively, but it's like really good defenses with offenses that I don't trust.
Converted it on 3rd down here. MVS, it looks like on a slant, which he doesn't run that route typically. Receivers played off. I thought for a second there that maybe the DB was going to pick it because it was thrown way behind. Honestly, that's a great catch. Great catch.
You know what? This is, some people tie jokes together really well. Tony says, "Why would you reseal chips? They mold in 3 minutes in the salt on your own."
Oh, deep shot. Oh, it was closer to being picked. Injury. Nope, not injury. Just player being down in shame after the ball went right through his hands.
This is a big drive. I mean, if Pittsburgh turns this into 7.
Oh yeah, it. I don't listen. It's not over, but it gives off the vibe that
2 scores feel insurmountable in this game.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what's funny? Like, I get the sauna jokes. Do you see a bead of sweat on me? I'm a big guy, and I'm wearing long sleeve.
I noticed that. I noticed that you got rocking long sleeves in the 77 degrees.
I'm gonna tell you something though. I have a weird thing about extreme temperatures.
Okay.
I have a fan in every room of my house. There's a fan on me right now.
Okay.
I like to have full blast heat in my car with fully open window in the winter.
Yep.
I love the extremes.
Okay.
There's not just one set temperature. I need to be hot and cold all at once.
Yeah, I get that. I like cold in the winter, which is weird. Like sometimes I'll just open up my front door and walk outside and stand there for 30 seconds just to get a little taste of the crisp air. You know what I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm.
It's a big sack. They finally got to Rogers. Big sack there. Rogers grabbing that left hand.
I get a little nostalgic in week 18.
Okay.
When I think to all the different puzzles we had to solve this year, for Pittsburgh, there was the Rudolph puzzle, if you remember, and then the Rogers is back, but how's he affected puzzle? And Baltimore obviously had is Lamar going to play this week? Is he back? If you remember that crazy puzzle. We're always solving puzzles every week. And you get nostalgic thinking about what we were thinking of in September is completely out of this range.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This was a weird play. Yeah, okay. It didn't hit the Ravens player at all. So it's just dead wherever the Steelers player caught it. Makes sense.
Do you remember the week, Rob, where randomly Jets, Cowboys, where the line flipped and no one, Dallas was playing every backup old lineman? It was.
I bet the Jets that week.
I did too. Yeah.
There was a few. I mean, I was just doing a season review, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's kind of one thing I like to do towards the end of the year. I was a little bit sick this week. I'm like, you know what? Let me just go back at some of these games because in my head, I feel like I've gotten pretty lucky this year, and I have. But I was looking at some of the bets that I made. I love to revisit, Yeah. Week 1 of the season, George. I bet Las Vegas money line plus 133 against New England.
Yeah.
I won that bet.
Yeah.
I go through the list and I just keep seeing stuff where I'm like, oh my,
it balances though. You had New England against Pittsburgh and the 5 turnover. So you know what I find interesting is I have 3 teams this year, Rob, that I have not bet on.
Okay.
And there's one team that I have not bet against.
Okay.
I wonder if you want to get. I also have the team that I bet on the most this year, and the team I bet against the most. It's actually a tie.
Not bet on. Because I know you hated the Steelers going into the year.
No, I found a bet on the Steelers this year. I wish I could pull up, which I'm going to pull up their schedule.
This is an interesting game. I'd love to know anyone in the chat if you have any idea.
And I won 1-0 betting the Steelers this year. Just one time I bet them. What am I doing? I'm just going to go through my list. I'll tell you right now.
Hasn't bet against the Titans is a good guess.
No, I see. I got a lot of flack for like being a Titans lover. I did well on the Titans, and I bet a ton of Titans overs too. I just showed my ass a couple times betting on them. And all right, week 12.
Week 12.
Yes. Do you want to guess, or do you want the?
No, go for it. I actually don't. I don't have any idea.
Pittsburgh at Chicago. I got a 3.5, 115.
Yeah.
On a I can't remember what it closed, but Chicago won by exactly 3.
Yeah. Let's see. Tom Connor says Rob took Jets ATS most, right? No, I don't think so. I mean, I really don't think so. How many times did I bet the Jets? I did bet the Jets 7 weeks. I think I bet New Orleans 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 weeks for New Orleans. That's probably the most.
My highest was Atlanta. I found 11 bets on Atlanta this year, and I bet against them twice. So I've 13 times out of 17. I liked an angle in the Atlanta game.
8 bets. 8 bets for me on Atlanta this year.
All righty.
We all know who Hitman took the most. Cowboys unders and the Raiders. Tell you right now.
All right. Yeah. One of the teams I did not bet on this year was the New York Giants. Yes, I remember entering the season. We did our like preseason win totals as a thing, and I had them at like 4 wins. I was very, very low on the Giants. So I'm already low on market. Then everything happens, and it's and I was a big non-believer of Jackson Dart.
I have 2 Giants bets this year. I won one, which was actually a half bet, which was the Giants +6 against the Cowboys early in the year. I think that was week 2.
Yeah.
And also in October, I bet the Giants +7.5 against the Eagles, and that lost. +7.5 -108. So only 2. So I'm kind of with you there.
I did not bet the Bucks this year.
Wow.
I think
someone in the chat got that right.
I remember when first of all, I bet a bunch against them in the first few weeks, and they kept like squeaking out some like coin flips.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was low on them, and then they've been like a sputtering mess for 2 months now. I don't know how anybody could find a bet on the Bucks.
I bet the Bucks one time this year. It was October 12th at home to the 49ers. I bet the Bucks -3, -103. The 49ers, that was a Mac Jones game.
Yeah.
Where he threw 2 picks.
I remember
there must have been some skill position.
I remember that because on the Sunday reset, you're like, oh, this is a San Fran. And then as the week evolved, you came to Tampa. So I can, if you tell me the game, I can remember the story. This one's correlated. I did not bet on this team, the third one. And they were my most bet against team. I found 12 bets against them this year.
Okay.
And wondering if who have I been like low on? I think I went like against them triple hammer like 3 weeks in a row. Washington Commanders.
Oh yeah. Commies have been big time fade. Big time fade.
Even if you remember the week you were on Washington, I was on Denver.
I do.
The overtime game. Like, so I've
Sunday
been
night.
I've been notoriously off on. I got ahead of the injury news against Vegas. I got ahead and
lost. Wow. Vintage Lamar right there.
There we go.
Holy shit. Wow. I saw it all happening, George, as soon as he escaped the tackle.
Wow. Oh.
Wow.
Huge.
Hey, 17-13. It all comes down to what number you got in the game.
Yeah.
You know?
There's going to be winners on both sides and losers on both sides.
Oh, he saw Flowers break. I mean, he dropped it in the bucket there. That was that was a really good throw.
That was a really good throw. It very difficult.
Yeah.
Man.
Football. Gotta love football.
I also bet against another team 12 times. Both teams I went 8-4 against, betting against.
You know, I watch the Tuesday show every week, usually while I'm doing shit around the house. Sometimes I'll put it on. Sometimes I'll just listen. But I don't have a good enough recollection of the plays. And Flupp rattled me so hard at times over the course of the year that I could only fixate on what he picked in the specific weeks. So I don't know who this team is that you bet against 12 times.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
You know, I've had a hate on for them.
Yep. Yeah.
It's one team I did not bet against. I'm such a caricature of myself. All right. Who's the one team that I was highest on preseason that I would not have bet against?
Are you going to say the Dolphins?
No.
You were not high on the Dolphins. Okay. High on
I
preseason.
bet against the Dolphins today.
We're going back to preseason. Oh, the Packers.
Yes. I did not find
Edger and Cooper, your boy.
I did not find a single spot to bet against the Packers this year,
which is insane. Let me make sure that I've had some bets.
Caveat though, I've only bet on them 5 times, so it's not like I am like pounding the table betting them. It's just I just didn't find a spot for to fade them.
I bet against the Packers on the second Thursday night football of the year. I lost.
Washington and that was me. I waited for the entire market to get back to 3. You remember it was just leaking that way.
Yep. I bet Cleveland +8 against the Packers, which won. Man, I don't have a lot of bets on Packers games. Actually, there's some unders there mid-season.
Yeah. Okay. These are sides. I'm not including totals.
I bet against the Packers. I bet Bears money line on December 20th. So that was a recent one. That Bears won that game.
Yeah, you stole my money, Rob. You and Austin stole money out of my pocket.
Tough.
I'm kidding. That was the onside kick fiasco.
Yeah. Oh yes, I remember that.
This doesn't include total. So like, this is I want to track like how many times, like as a general, am I above the market on this team, below, and am I wrong in being below and above?
Right. Trying to think about what changes for the Steelers now. Does anything change for the Steelers? They probably just still dink and dunk their way up the field, no? For this game?
Mm-hmm. I think they're treating it as they have one drive to win it and maybe a second if it doesn't.
Yeah. Out of bounds kick. There's
nothing more deflating than like after scoring a touchdown, like either kicking out of bounds or giving up a big return.
I know.
All right. Okay. This tracks as well. Who do you think the worst team I performed playing on, like betting on this year? I have
the Lions.
No, I actually made money betting the Lions, and I only bet them 5 times. I have bet on the Bills 7 times and only twice.
Yeah. Bills should have been an easy guess for me. I don't know why I didn't figure that one out.
And then this is the team. Okay, this is actually quite crazy. So I went 0-4 betting against this team.
Okay.
But at least I had I've misread them, but at least I had the wherewithal to not keep firing a bad opinion.
Okay.
The Seattle Seahawks did not win a bet betting against them. I bet on them, but against them didn't do well. Like I had the Houston Seattle game. If you remember, they were 3.5 points. I got the 3.5 close 3 and like made Darnold look like shit. But Houston, it was the Monday nighter that the Jays won game 7 against the Seattle Mariners.
Okay, I was at that game, so I don't remember. Yeah, it was Tampa Bay, Detroit, right?
No, it was doubleheader, Tampa Bay, Detroit, and Seattle, Houston. I worked both games. No, I worked the first game, and then I watched the game on the way home.
Look, someone's hurt again here. Is it Wiggins again? Yeah. Man, Baltimore defense is just getting beat up pretty badly today.
Yep.
Drew says Rams plus 2.5 still the worst beat of the year against the Eagles. I would say yes. Yes, that is a number one. Number two would be Carroll kicking the field goal at the end of the game.
Yes. Okay. So I should have won that one. My 3 worst beats was Green Bay, Chicago, the onside kick, fucking fiasco.
Yep.
Was the Pete Carroll against the unnecessary Raiders. No. Not. Pete Carroll. He's the Raiders coach against Denver. And then I was on all 3 of those. Rams against the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm now reviewing results in detail. I won a lot of money betting against 3 teams this year. A lot.
Okay, let's go most profitable betting against.
Okay.
All right, I got my first one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually no, I've got
it's a runaway 3 for me.
There's a runaway 4 for me.
Okay.
You name your first one and I'll say if they're one of my 4.
Kansas City.
Yeah, 4-0 betting against Kansas City. I wish I bet more against them.
Number 2 is Arizona.
All right, ready for this, Rob? Remember when I said you clocked Arizona and I didn't?
Yeah.
All right. First bet of the year against Arizona, week 18 with the LA Rams.
Wow.
And I won the only time. And I said, remember I told you because I was like irrationally high on Arizona and Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah.
I was like, who cares about all these injuries? They're still a good, solid team. This is strange. I did well betting on them, but I couldn't find bets against them. So I missed that whole run.
Yep.
I wasn't betting on them anymore, but I was like buying into the Brissett and everything. And then finally this week was the first time because just the line was off at 7 that I got. I was this 13.5, 14-point line.
No brainer. Number 3 was the Bucks for me.
Yes. Bucks 5-1 betting against the Bucks. So did not bet on them. Found lots of bets. And I already said the other 2, Washington and Pittsburgh, 8-4 on both of them betting against them.
I got a private message just now about worst beats from the season. And I was reminded of Ravens versus Bills week 1.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't on it.
I wasn't
on it.
I mean,
I was high on Bills, so I did bet against them.
I had a really, really good day, and I had Baltimore money line and the under in that game. The under got nuked. I thought I was going to split. Wow. That was, I completely erased that from my mind.
What was the number 1? Did you say it?
Chiefs, Cards, Bucks.
Oh,
1,
okay.
2, 3. Yep. Chiefs, Cards, Bucks. No such thing as a bad beat. It's true. China did tell me that. Arizona losing to the Titans this year was stupid. Chargers against the Titans was another one that fucking rattled me to my core in that game. I think there was a defensive and a special teams touchdown for the Titans in that one. There was a few that I can remember having a bad taste in my mouth, but oh man. Charlie Bones asks, is Rob betting on the NHL now? Here's the honest to God truth. I did not make an NHL bet in the season. Have not made one up until now on a cider total. Typically around early November, I start firing. The NFL season was going well. I'm running the hammer now, which involves, takes a lot of my time. I just said to myself, I'm not going to add something else at this point. And because the NFL season went so well, honestly, it more than made up for what I would have made off of hockey. So I'm probably going to just go through the rest of this year and not bet it. It's very unusual for me. My schedule's completely changed, but I get to sleep in a little bit more, which I value.
You've also you had that podcast where you're just talking about the priorities in life. I remember on Circles Off.
Mm-hmm.
I messaged you during my exile in Hawaii. I said that was a really good episode.
Yep. I mean, it's very, the way that I bet hockey is very deflating. Takes a lot out of you. You know, I've tried to automate as much as possible, but ultimately you still got to be around to make, wow. Muth. This game might go over. I'm not going to say it's going to. But, with our luck for Sunday reset, poor Clive, this game's going to go to overtime. It's just going to be.
There's been some late ones.
Yeah. The good news is we don't have a ton of recap to do.
And there's only 6 games to go through.
There's really not much of a point in recapping a lot of the day today. At this point, me telling you how, the Giants played against the Cowboys, it's not going to do you any service. Let's focus on the playoff teams, right? And we'll just do that as we go through. So. They had to burn a timeout, though, the Steelers. This is the first deep shot in a while for the Steelers. It's a double move over the middle of the field. Good play call. Good play call, honestly. I mean, when you set up everything underneath for the entirety of the game, you'd hope a double move would work occasionally.
Yeah.
And it did for them right there.
Oh,
what did the total close at? 41.5, 42. Depends on the spot, but roughly those.
Saw a lot of 42s by close.
Yeah, Kyle Hamilton going out would usually be a signal for an overbet. It's kind of just been like a cluster for them in the secondary today. Guys in and out. Humphrey earlier, Wiggins.
They've also been very inconsistent. Like Humphrey's not having a good year. Wiggins is up and down. Hamilton's like the one steady thing they have in their secondary.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I think so highly of Kyle Hamilton. He's just such a useful player, especially around the line of scrimmage. Not having him is massive for what they want to do on defense.
Yeah,
for what they want to do. Fuck. So close, man. Jonnu Smith tackled. Great tackle on the outside. 1-on-1. That was Darnell Washington. But what's Rodgers going nuts about? He's freaking out. Oh, his headset's not working.
Oh.
He has to run to the sideline to get plays from Arthur Smith.
That means Baltimore has to turn it off too. That's the...
Oh, he had to change his helmet. And it's still not working.
Oh, he's pissed.
Yeah. I mean, you ever seen Rodgers happy?
Yeah, no. He's a
fiery guy.
Yeah, he is.
And they had to burn a timeout now. Their third timeout. Do they have a traitor in the ranks in the stadium? Fucking up the communications?
Someone's jamming it.
Communications are jamming
the signal.
Oh, man.
Do you like your quarterbacks being fired up playing on the edge, or do you like just a calm gentleman presence?
It depends. Like here's an example. Today, JJ McCarthy on like a run early in the game hits a defender while he's going out of bounds, tries to steamroll him, gets him in his face. He's talking shit to him. I'm like, dude, you're out of the playoffs. You're playing a bunch of backups. Like, this is embarrassing, you know? But in a game like this, as long as easy,
you have to earn it.
Easy touchdown for Gainwell there. You got to earn it is what it is. And at the end of the day, like further to earning it, if I was a coach in the NFL, I probably would this is going to sound so lame, but I'd tell the guys at the beginning of the year, celebrate your first downs, whatever. Don't piss anyone on the other team off. Like, don't get in their faces. Don't get them angry or nothing like that. I've always believed when I played sports, and listen, this is not at a high level. I don't want the jokes of like, oh, Rob would, but you know, I played rep hockey. I played rep soccer. I played high school and college basketball. You know, I always felt that when players get pissed off, they just play better. There's like more of an edge. They find like another level that they sometimes don't have.
Yeah.
And that's where I like celebrating fine, getting into people's faces. I don't love that.
Yeah. I always envisioned what my first day as a head coach would be.
Okay.
There's one thing that's infuriating. It makes me want to cut a player instantly.
Okay.
Anyone who drops the ball on the 1 yard line before he gets to the end zone.
Yeah, I would. It would be an auto cut unless the player was like an all-star.
No, my first practice would be like, I would pull up a collage of every time it happened. And then I would say, everybody runs the ball to the fucking back of the end zone. That's the rule.
You know what?
You do this, you are not playing the rest of the game, and maybe more than that. That's that it would have to be so like, let them know this is unacceptable to the back of the fucking end zone. No variations to it.
See, so Trey McBride's hot mic today. I don't know if you caught that. It was hilarious when he's like, I don't remember if he said like, I am him. He dropped a bunch of F-bombs or whatever. Trey McBride is an amazing player. That I can live with. Your players, if they need to get fired up, your best players, let them do that. Don't have some fucking bum who's playing special teams who returns like a 33-yard kick out to the 39 and he's fucking going nuts and someone else is like, no, I got enough of that. Fezzik, who I obviously have my beef with. There's one thing he says every single year, which I entirely agree with. Levi just said it in the chat. Hand the ball to the ref. You scored a touchdown, you hand the ball to the ref. That's the rule. I would teach my team to do that. You want to celebrate afterwards? No problem. But you score that touchdown, you give the ball to the ref, you do your dance, whatever the hell you got to do. That's it.
Love
boom, that. Boom, motherfucker. I'm him. That's what he said. Trey McBride. Very loudly. Very loudly. Who was the Steeler a couple years ago who celebrated a first down, almost cost him the ability to spike the ball? Is it Claypool, a Canadian boy?
The memes were excellent.
Yeah.
Claypool when the clock's running down, it's like a guy dancing.
Yeah.
It's just fucking great.
Truly incredible stuff, man.
And then more incredible, the Bears gave up the 33rd overall pick for him.
I know.
I swear, Ryan Poles, is that his name?
Yep.
Ben Johnson saved that guy's career.
I think so. 100%. I don't think so. I know so. He was an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
Who just caught that ball? Patrick Ricard? Is that the fullback?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's a big boy.
I was thinking today, George, as I was watching the games of possible playoff matchups. And there was one. This is a teaser. This is a teaser for Sunday Reset. There was one that I was like, please God, give me this line. And I'm looking now for the first time, and I did not get the line I wanted, but it's a matchup I really like. Lamar, another one. Guy, he's gone. There's a flag out. There's a flag. I think it's illegal contact on the far side of the field. Zay Flowers is wide open. Wide open. I'm going to get cooked on Lamar passing unders. I don't even know how this is going to be possible. They got him again.
Wow.
Defensive holding. It's good. Now, what is that? That's a 64-yard touchdown. So Lamar's going to be at 204. Can I get no overtime? No more Lamar. I got 207.5 on Lamar. He was at 57, George, I think, coming into this fourth.
I mean, well, listen, if they get the ball back, you're just going to run now, right? Wow. Looks like Andrew Voorhees from the Ravens got hurt too.
I see it, George. I see it in my head. Do you see the finish in your head?
Oh, of this game. Oh, I thought you were telling me which two teams matched up.
No, I see the vision because on this stream earlier, I myself, and I'd also like to point out a lot of fellow nails in the chat. We talked about how reliable Boswell is at home.
Oh,
guy's been money at home.
The only thing is they're down 4.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even think, you know what?
Yeah.
Never mind. Abort. I'm an idiot. I'm drunk off of green tea right now. My God.
Oh.
Wow. But this is what I was thinking to myself for the majority of the game. I'm like, how can they not take any shots downfield? Steelers got no timeouts either.
I just searched up Daniel Falele to find out if he came back in the game.
Fahalele, whatever is these. It's very confusing.
All right, 2 comments. I'm sorry, but what in the world is Daniel Falele doing here? 12 minutes ago, and watch the All-Pro Daniel Falele do literally nothing and let his guy go right by him, almost get Lamar. He's fucking useless. And Harbaugh is a bitch for allowing him to still play. It's okay. I'm telling you, they hate him. Ravens fans fucking hate him.
They don't. They seem to really not like him. It's very harsh on Falele.
You know,
Falele.
This is, I give him credit. We got a good primetime game.
We did. Yep. I mean, yes and no, George.
I mean, listen, yeah, it's not good depending on your bets, but at least it wasn't a complete dud. There's been some explosives.
Yeah.
Was the playoff matchup, or do you maybe not want me to guess?
No, you go for it. And 1 second, who's that? Yes, Calvin Austin. Okay, Calvin Austin just cashed receiving. Well, you know what? There's still possible negative, but we lose. Well, we don't even lose on the Lamar stuff.
This is final 2 minutes. This is
it, man. This is it. A reminder for those who are sticking around afterwards. Once this stream is done, you'll be redirected to the Sunday Reset. Be about 5 minutes or so before we go live for that. Clive is waiting. He's bitching in the background. He's like, what did I do to deserve these late games? And I don't know what he did to deserve these late games. But you know what? We're going to go right after this. All right, go ahead and guess the game, George. Sorry for cutting you off there.
San Fran, Philly.
You know me too well.
Yeah, I know, of course. I'm not going to say anything else about angles or this, that, but yeah.
You know me too well. Chat maybe knows me well enough as well at this point. I will say, I think maybe a total look that I like. Listen, it's not super hard to price these games. You know what I'm getting at? These teams.
Most times these are tight. I remember 2 years ago, the only time I ever had a big discrepancy on a line in the playoffs was when we weren't sure if Jalen Hurts was healthy. If you remember, he had the rib thing 2 years ago.
Yeah, I do.
And it was like 3.5, and I was just like, wow, I'm like 6.5. This doesn't make any sense. And like the money came eventually.
Right. Maybe a couple total looks. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Can't believe this is it. This is it. Regular season's done.
Man, Ravens can't make a tackle right now. This is crazy, man. This is for the division. This is nuts. Oh man. Great ending to this. How about a Calvin Austin Tutter here? You know what? I'd take that. If the Steelers are going to score a Tutter, I hope it's to Calvin Austin or Jonnu Smith. That's where I'm at right now. Oh, that was... What's Thielen complaining about? Did he think he got hit in the head on this play? Did he? Because it looked like... It looked like there was... I don't think there was pass interference. It looked like he was running free off the line of scrimmage. No, that's nothing. That's nothing.
2 plays here.
Oh, Calvin Austin.
Teddy?
Yeah, wide open.
Let's go.
Overtime back in play. Overtime. This is insane. This is an insane ending to this game. I can't believe this fourth quarter. I'm fucked on Lamar under now, but
Clive is in the green room just swearing up a storm.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'll tell you this. Well, I don't want. Obviously, the line is going to matter for next week. Oh my God, Boswell missed the extra point. I swear to you, he just missed the extra point.
You did that. You did that.
Oh my God,
you did that, eh? You know that.
Oh my God.
You set it up the whole. You're in on the rig, my friend.
Oh, the magnets. They didn't work this time. They're supposed to hit the upright. Wow.
All right. 1 drive for it all.
Man, that Calvin Austin touchdown was so good for me. So, like...
Second missed extra point in 4 years. That's it. Wow.
You know what? Come to forward progress for the script. You know? The thing is, there's no wind. Like, look at the flags on the top. There was like some weird knuckleball there.
Listen,
man, this would be, I would feel so bad for this guy. Boswell has been their MVP for so long now. Yeah. The guy just fucking hits everything.
Is the SGP in play?
The SGP, no. SGP's toast. because Lamar would have to break off 39 yards, right? Which, you know what? That's what we need. We need Lamar to 39 yards rushing.
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but a 9-0 best bets this week would be off the chart.
Well, I will say that missed extra point gives it a very good shot.
Yeah, other than like some pitchy woo-woo shit and like a deep touchdown.
Yeah.
Wow, here we go.
Or how about return to midfield by Keaton Mitchell?
That works.
So I see that Canada is going to lose to Czechia. There will be a referendum tomorrow on the state of hockey in the country, not realizing that our best players are in the NHL and can't play in this tournament, which is why I don't give a shit about any of this stuff, George. But you know what? TSN won't get the ratings for that gold medal game.
You said, you know what? When I worked the night show, 7 to 10 show, I did not want any deep playoff runs from the Raptors.
They're your competitors, man. They're your competitors. Think about any job where you're I was like a 21-year-old kid.
Yeah.
You know, you think I give a shit about just a random hockey tournament that we're supposed to care about because they got marketed to us when we were younger? I don't give a shit. I will say, I would prefer if Canada won this. Now I don't work for the score anymore. There's no more rivalry, but I've never really cared for the.
Some of our audience nailed this tournament. We got a guy, Ricky Pucks.
Ricky Pucks.
Plus 900 for Czechia to medal, so he won.
Yeah, Ricky Pucks fucks.
And he's got plus 600 Sweden as the favorite to win the gold.
Yep. It's banging. Nothing like an illegal formation on the final drive here. He's offensive lineman. Ronnie Stanley, man, you got to line up. Let's see. No, he's too far off the line. He's not even close.
I got to say, I know people love the Sunday night watch along.
Yeah.
It is grueling after a day of football.
Yeah. You know, for those that don't know, like we think pretty hard about the content decisions we make. And it was always going to be, do we do a watch along or do we do Sunday reset? And last year, I just didn't have like the time after a full day of games to process everything. And it felt like I was coming on, and during the watch along, I had to like kind of make uninformed opinions. And I just prefer being able to regroup during Sunday night football, put my thoughts together, structure the show out a little bit more, you know, take a deeper dive into some of the games I didn't watch. And I think we'll keep that going next year. Yeah. And honestly, just from a quote unquote ratings perspective, whether that's YouTube views, podcast downloads, the podcast downloads exponentially increased this year. No one wants to download the next day and have to sift through hours of a watch along. Lamar, you got to throw that. Wow. I can't believe he was able to do that. It's coming down to a fourth down, George.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it's Tomlin's last game of the year.
It doesn't feel like it. It feels like Pittsburgh, and this is narrative based, could be wrong. Feels like Pittsburgh wins these games more often than not. I don't know what it is. Baltimore should use a timeout and like regroup here. Yeah, they did. Okay. I'm going to discuss with Clive. What are your thoughts on the way that Houston ended the season? Because 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, I think maybe 6 weeks ago, we were bigging them up. Like this could be a Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
And it's not felt great in recent weeks. You know, Colts today, close game, Chargers, Raiders, Cardinals, like pretty easy schedule down the stretch here.
It felt like the win against the Chiefs was like the peak,
Mm-hmm.
and the last 4 weeks they felt a little leaky defensively.
Because in a 3-week stretch, like they beat Buffalo on that Thursday nighter as well. Looked good. I don't know how much stock I put in the Chiefs win because I never really liked the Chiefs, to be honest.
I remember that Chiefs game, and frankly,
wow, what a catch by Likely! Oh my god, George, man,
I'm about to see it. Unreal.
I thought this was not. I did not think this was getting completed. I did not think this was getting completed, man.
Oh my!
This game, I will say, for me, I was excited going in. First quarter, I'm like, okay, it was a snoozer for quarters 2 and 3. Thank God I had Ian and Jeff here. I mean, that is a good throw and a great catch, is what it comes down to. It's basically dropped right in between two defenders. Ramsey went to play. Wow. When it came out of his hand, George, and I saw where it was going, I thought he sailed it.
And likely high pointing it, like everything about it, in front of Ramsey too.
Yeah, and Ramsey, like Ramsey was so close to getting like a lot of contact on that ball. He just kind of went through. I don't know. It's hard to describe. They still got it. It's not done yet. He lined it up in the middle of the field. Like, can this game make me believe in the Ravens? Really? I mean, they looked so lifeless. And then out of nowhere.
You know what? I'm not under any illusions though that there's a ceiling with the are they there? Can they win a couple games? Yes. I don't feel like a Super Bowl team though. And yet sometimes teams fucking just get in ugly and just make a run of a lifetime.
I know. All right. It's going to come down to Loop. It's not Tucker there anymore. Still got to hit it. All right. This is going through me. I would like to see Baltimore in the playoffs instead of Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Sorry, Steelers fans, if you're still in here. He missed it. Wide right.
The fucking Magnets.
Yep. Unbelievable game.
Wow.
Truly unbelievable.
Buddy. Fucking Jeffrey Benson, man.
Jeffrey Benson.
I heard they had a lot of Ravens Super Bowl exposure.
Yep.
And he made sure he turned the magnet button on.
Yep. Man, crazy end. SGP loses. Lamar under loses. Keaton Mitchell over loses. We definitely offset that with Calvin Austin on both the receptions and the receiving yards. Plus, we got 2 touchdown winners in the game in Calvin Austin and Devontae Walker. Pretty profitable stream overall. And we now have our Monday Night Football game, which I'm going to be fucking streaming another Steelers game live. Maybe with a bet against them. We will see. That was a crazy fourth quarter. Thank you, George, for joining me, man.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed being roasted by her chat.
All right. We'll square up for our bets this week. All right, my man.
No. We'll save it. I'm going to owe you after everything.
All right. GStack George, everyone. All right. That's going to be it for me. Again, hang around. You'll be redirected to Sunday Reset. You should be, at least. If you're not, it's on our Forward Progress channel. That's going to get going in roughly about 5 minutes or so. It's going to take a quick leak, refill of water. Clive's waiting to get that show going. But appreciate everyone who tuned in here tonight. As always, if you haven't already, just smash that like button. It goes a long way. If you're not subbed here on Forward Progress, make sure you do sub. For myself, Rob Pizzola, our guests, GStack, Jeff Fineberg, Ian McMillan, Alex Moretto actually producing behind the scenes today with an eye on the hockey game for sure. But still, nevertheless, got the show rolling and closing it out. This has been another Forward Progress live watch along presented by FanDuel. See everyone shortly. Peace out, guys.